for the Owl. No way, unless it was damaged. What? No! Kate is going to get this one for Queen Walker Stephanie, and they are going to be crowned the champions of the Clash of Clans Worlds Warmup. Congratulations. Welcome to the Clash of Clans World Warmup. We'll be having the best teams in the world going up against it. How are you doing here, Itsu?
I'm doing great. I mean, it's the first super big competition on Town of 15. I cannot see what type of attacks we're going to see, what the base meta is looking like and everything. But I feel like I'm already getting ahead of myself. We should take a look at the format of this tournament and see how those teams have gotten to this stage. Because we have started with Open Qualifiers. With that being said, there were 2 Open Qualifiers, which means 8 qualified teams, bringing us to today, the group stage, where we have 16 teams overall, 8 qualified teams, 8 invited teams, and we have 4 groups of 4 teams to make sure that only 8 teams can get to the playoffs, which is then the next stage, which will happen next weekend. And it's going to be single elimination bracket to crown a World Warmup champion, Carbon.
Yes, it's going to be incredible. But we have a prize pool that these players are competing for, which is a combined $30,000, where the World's Warmup, absolutely incredible for this year, 2023. And look at this. First place, taking home $10,000. Second, $7,000. And third, $4,500, Itsu.
That is a lot of money for the warm-up tournament already, but let's take a look at the teams. As we have said already, we have 8 invited teams and 8 qualified teams. Let's kick things off with the 8 invited teams, which are going to play today. We have Navi, who actually renamed, you should all know them as Queen Walkers, winning that last World Championship. Tribe Gaming. Then we have the Esports, Chessmake Gaming GS, Clash Champs, Chessmake Gaming, Strut, and X-Team Esports. So a lot of familiar names on this list, and those are just the invited teams, right, Carbon?
Yeah, absolutely. Those are some of the top teams in the world, but they're going up against some qualified teams, which many are familiar faces. We have Betzinger, EM Esports, Blind Esports, Inquisition, Empire Gaming, Chessmake Gaming, EA, Obey Esports, and Yarka. It's going to be an incredible weekend and next of Clash action in all these matches. You do not want to miss them.
That's
right.
We're
going to be going into some of these groups.
That's right, Corin. We are taking a look at the groups. We have now introduced all of the 8 teams, but with that being said, we have those 4 groups mentioned earlier, and Corin, overall with all of those 4 groups, is there any group specific which you feel like is looking maybe a little bit stronger than the others?
That is a really good question. I would say we can see Group 2 has Tribe and Strut over there, but I mean, also Group number 4 is a really difficult one with Chessmake Gaming, GS, Clash Champs, and Betzinger, Yarikon. Oh man, that is I can't even pick who's going to come out of that one there, too. What about you?
It is really hard. I feel like in every single group we have so many names of teams which you already know and which like deserve to be in this group stage because of their performance in the Open Qualifiers. So I cannot wait to see. But let's take a look at, I think, the matches today, which we are going to cast, which we're going to see as well, and how this entire day is structured, so you know where to tune in, how to actually take a look at that, because every group is going to play. Some of the matches are happening at the same time. We try to pick the coolest matches for you guys to watch and to enjoy, and there's so many good matches. But Corbin, which matches are we going to take a look at?
For the 3 matches that we're going to be taking a look at today, as there will be a couple other matches that are going to be going on the side as well. We're going to be starting off this stream with Strut and Tribe Gaming. They're going to be the first match. Then we're going to be going into Empire Gaming versus Chasmac Gaming. And then the final one today is going to be Navi versus Blind Esports. And then we'll be going into tomorrow, which will have 3 more matches. So we're going to have just incredible stuff here, Itsu. Cannot wait.
Yeah, especially, I mean, Strat versus Tribe Gaming, it feels like a Classico in Clash of Clans by now. Like, both of those organizations are within the scene for such a long time and have faced off so many times. And I feel like it's always, you can just sometimes flip a coin. Like, those teams are just so close. So seeing now them competing on Town of 15 really is going to be a cool introduction kind of this new year with one of the Classicos going into this Clash year and this new Clash season of World Championship.
Yeah, and it's really awesome to see that there's so much new faces, but also new organizations coming into the scene. And you just love to see here with Clash of Clans for the competitive esports and the Worlds Warmup with $30,000 on the line coming in. What a great way to kick off this year. And at Channel 15, it really is going to spice things up. And I can't wait to see how the pros players bring this, because 1 stars can now be common at Channel 15 with anything can happen, and you're never out of it in a Channel 15 match.
Yeah, I mean, we have heard, I think, from a lot of base builders that on Channel 14 you feel like kind of sometimes helpless to really defend, because it mainly depends on the attacker to mess up and not on the base builder to do something crazy. But now it feels like they're right now super happy because they have way more impact on the match itself now, with having the choice in between of 3 different spell towers with which they can choose from: the Rage Tower, the Poison Tower, the Invisibility Tower. So all of them even are viable, which makes this even more enjoyable then, because every single option is a valid option. Corin, what is your experience so far with those spell towers? Which one of those 3 do you like the most to attack, or maybe the least?
I would say every single one of them, right? They're all the worst. Like, that's the issue, is it's so hard. Like, if I go up against the base, it has a poison spell tower. I'm like, okay, well, now I can't send, let's say, a certain attack against it. I can't send a blimp land on a poison tower, or in all my super wizards will die. Or if the invisibility spell tower instead, I'm like, okay, well, become invisible. It can mess up like every single part. I guess the one that I would want to go up the most is actually a rage defense, because then it's not like my super wizard or some other troop will get distracted or get killed by the poison. It's just, as long as you keep your troops protected, then the rage won't do much. But if you go into a raged up huge defensive section, then that can spell doom. So it's really interesting to see. I would assume that these teams are going to be really running the invisibility spell tower and the poison more, but the rage, you never know. We may see it with these pro teams, but we've got an incredible set of players here for each side, Itsu.
That's right, and we have on both sides roster changes coming into this new year, with Team Tribe Gaming coming in with Kronos, Rikiris, Nebrox, and Exorcist staying the same, but we have the newcomer of Yo-Yo23 actually joining from Strat into the Tribe Gaming roster, and this means on the other side with Strat Gaming we have some roster changes as well.
Yes, with the other side, we have Boom, Ass, Mask, Philip, and Riga Torres 23. It's going to be such an incredible matchup here between these two teams. I mean, they have so much experience playing each other. How Yo-Yo was part of Strut last year in the World Championship, now part of Tribe Gaming. But between these two teams, if you had to pick, I mean, it's the hardest thing of picking some teams of who you think may win. Who would you? Is there one team you're leaning towards in this matchup?
Oh, I think it's really hard to tell. I mean, overall, I think both teams are at the top. I mean, we know over the last couple of years, both of those teams are incredible at what they're doing. The one thing I would like to more like put this point on, where I like say it depends on this specific point, is kind of like how the Strat team is working with the time difference, because I have experienced that in the past, that it can be sometimes kind of tricky to really find good time spots to train together, to like build bases together to build up a team chemistry. So Rigotaurus being a completely different time zone than the other 4 players might have an impact. So I feel like depending on that, Strut can for sure win this match versus Tribe Gaming. At the same time though, Tribe Gaming have some of the best base builders out there, and we're having Rigotaurus attacking first with, no big surprise, one of the pros' favorite strategies out there. It is a Queen Charge Lalo. And Carbon, you were right. You were predicting the Poison Tower and the Visibility Tower. Those are the first spell towers which we are seeing in this first base.
With Rikira, or Rigotaurus coming in on Rikira's base, with that Queen charging through this Eagle, going to the left side towards this Arch Tower, deeper into the core by the Monolith, using that King so that he could try to path him towards this scatter shot to really keep this Queen charging all the way across, but does decide to use a Stone Slammer. Oh, that rage to keep that Queen ability intact, so that the Queen can use that ability deeper into the base, especially with double single target Infernos near this Town Hall.
Yeah, now we're going to face the Clan Guys in just a bit with the Monolith on your Queen. This is like the worst timing possible, but remember, we have the Monolith nerfed earlier this year already, so those Queen charges are not as impossible as they felt before, but you can still take a look at the damage this new defense is dealing towards that Queen. And we have now the case where he has to Lalo through the invisibility spell around the Town Hall, which you talked about could always force a really hectic attack with that Town Hall, maybe not going down.
Yeah, with that Queen trying to take, taking out that Monolith right there, as the Royal Champion does go down, not able to take the single. Look at how much health it has up. It's just barely now getting repaired. Oh no.
Yeah, now this Queen, as soon as she's stepping forward, she's going to be inside, or in between, more like, 2 of those invisibility tower. No, actually, second Inferno towers. The invisibility tower is going off. That is huge for him, because this means the Lalo should actually get into the Town Hall as quickly as possible.
Oh, with that Warden Eternal Tome protecting the balloons, Town Hall's going down. But the problem, he's going to be stuck in that poison, the poison of the Town Hall. A red air bomb does a ton of damage, but a scatter shot in the back, it means these balloons are going to go down.
Wow, this was just an insanely hard backhand. I feel like if you have to go through that Town Hall poison, there's even a building behind that Town Hall poison. In that specific case, it was the invisibility tower itself, which lured all of those loons into the poison. And then they could not really leave anymore because there was the scatter right behind. We see he even had a haste spell left, which he did not use, which is surprising. But it's not going to be the highest percentage. And we can see already in the first attack itself for Town Hall 15, it is not going to be as easy as some pros call Town Hall 14 for them. So this is going to be a completely different meta with way more defenses overall and way lower percentages.
Yeah, with the... It's going to be wild to see what these teams are going to be coming in with. It's going to be a lot lower scoring, as we've seen some of the competitive wars as of recent throughout the early of this year. The scores have been a lot lower. We're not seeing the high scores of 14-14, 15-14. It's really closer to the 11-11, 11-12. We love to see it where 3 stars are well-deserved. And that's where the players are going to have to really earn every single triple that they get.
Yes, that's for sure right. And I feel like at the same time, this is giving more highlight possibilities for the base builders. Because I feel like we're seeing only 5 players. Those are the players who are attacking, but we don't really see the base builders. And we're coming in right now with the, I always call it, the #1 ground strategy right now on Town Hall 15. The Zap Electro Titan. This strategy is insane, how powerful it is, especially versus those box spaces where you have the Town Hall somewhat exposed. The only thing now is, Carbon, that King is leading a lot towards this right side. Do you think he has a plan to take it out, or is he just going to hope that he's alright, the Flinger is going to be fine to take down that Town Hall?
Yeah, well, that King is, I mean, you do have to worry about it with like a Headhunter or something, but he doesn't have that. No Headhunter in the mix, but he's going to leave it. He's going to have that Flame Flare and continue to go into the Town Hall. and then move the Electro Titans to go in towards this scatter all the way straight into the core of this base.
And especially a lot of base builders like to put giant bombs in the way of this Flameflinger. So we can see he did not trigger on the right side of the wall, which is getting taken care of right now of the Flinger. And I know the entire smash is going on, but we're seeing some Titans obliterating a Lava Hound. One of the coolest additions to Tournament 15 in my opinion. With those Titans just taking down this Lava Hound like nothing. But take a look at that. What? The Flameflinger is out of range of that King. This has to be one tile.
What? Whoa, wow. Just barely able to be going for this Town Hall now. As we've got that King slowly getting damaged, but he's not going to really do anything. The big thing is this Town Hall will be going down from the Flameflinger.
And the splash of the Flameflinger is even going to take down the Poison Tower in behind. The only problem now, the only big defense now which can really defend this is the Monolith right behind. That is the big question. He has one more freeze left in the tank and one Headhunter to take down that defending King right there. So the question is this going to be enough power? Time should be the problem.
Oh, no, time should not be the problem. He just has that Queen ability and a freeze. Look, Yetis, and there is the Headhunter to help onto this King now. Does his King have the Phoenix? Yes, so that King can come back alive. That will be critical. Gonna use the freeze no matter what. And there we go. Kronos coming in with a 3-star. What an attack here. Get it. Adding the pressure and getting it done for Tribe Gaming.
Yeah, and that was, to me, the most incredible thing about this attack was just that he predicted that the King is out of range of that Flameflinger. I would have never tried that, especially, like, the King was a little bit offset, so it was not right in the center of the tunnel, it was a bit offset to the top side. So I would always expect someone to go in more from the bottom side to really try to be as far away from the King as possible. Maybe that side was baited instead because Strut did not expect Try to just go in from the top side. Like, it looked really risky, at least from my point. But overall, you can see the power, why this is right now the strongest Tournament 15 ground strategy. And we're talking about ground because, I mean, Lalo is still so strong in the right hands. It's not easy. It's always like different when you're watching the pros use it and then you're trying it on your own. It's like, wait, is that the same strategy? He just overkilled that base with like swagging Royal Champion or something, and you're like, come on, I want to just get 2 stars. What is going on?
Yeah, it's wild to see what these pros can do, how they can make the smallest details, and you could do the attack the exact same way, but you drop a troop without even realizing it on the wrong side of a building, and the attack, you don't get the right funneling, your heroes go the wrong way, and it's completely different attack. As now we're going to see Philip from Strut coming in, one of the new additions to the team. And he's coming in with the ground attack as well, with a couple of Electro Titans and some Super Bowlers. But look at this. He's coming in with Electro Titans, but he has a poison spell in the mix as well.
Yeah, and it's quite funny that he's bringing this army composition because Yo-Yo23 was actually the one person who made this strategy popular in his Legend push, where he was just crazy good in the Legend League going with this strategy and made this combination really, really popular. So now he has to taste his own medicine, having to defend this from Philip. The Electro Titans in this mix is just to really prevent that if there is a Lava Hound in the defensive clan castles. So far, we always had the problem with Super Bowler attacks, that the Super Bowlers are running ahead, getting ahead of the squad, and the Queen being stuck on that Lava Hound and cannot really follow. This is causing the healers to have to decide, are they going with the Bowlers and going to help them tank, or are they going to stay on the Queen? And a lot of times they stayed on the Queen, which was not the optimal outcome because this meant the Super Bowl is just going down way too quick. So you're bringing those Titans to make sure your Queen is just having this bonus support versus air targeting defenses like the air targeting clan castle troops. And so far the one walk is taking quite a time. He's already down over, like he has only 1 minute and 40 seconds left.
Yeah, quite a bit of time as the blimp just opens up to help try to clear the area near the enemy Queen. Taking out some of these defense, but not going to take out that Queen there, but does grab the Inferno Tower as now here comes the Super Bowlers. He can be able to push his way straight in towards the Wizard Tower, towards the Monolith, but out comes a triple Ice Golem CC.
Yep, that is the best counter versus those smash type attacks. So maybe Tribe Gaming were expecting a smash attack on this one, because you can see those bowlers are not moving anywhere anytime soon. They will take some time, while the king is trying to funnel with an Electro Titan on the outside, trying to take down those skeleton traps, and now everything is unleashed into the core.
Unfortunately, that king just dies off. He does come back alive as the queen locks onto this town hall, and the royal champion is now making her way to the left. Super Bowler stepping right into that town hall poison as he's continuing his way around. Is it gonna be enough? We have a defensive rage tower on the bottom side, but it's not gonna rage up anything, so that won't matter as he's gonna continue his way through with the RC ability. The question now, though, is time. Uh-oh.
30 seconds left, and time is ticking. As you said it, Royal Champion having her ability, the one headhunter onto that rage tower. Is it going to be enough? The headhunter is not dealing the most damage versus buildings.
Yeah, that headhunter is trying its best as we have the RC becoming invisible with that spell. There are only 10 seconds. Come on, Philip, you gotta push your way through with that RC, but the storage is still up over there, and unfortunately, Yo-Yo is going to hold the defense at 97% 2-star. So that's now back-to-back 2-stars for Strut.
Yes, this is for sure not what they were hoping for, and we can see those few seconds which made the difference. What was it? The ice golems. They are just so annoying in delaying those armies, and especially those smash attacks. It takes so long to get through them. While in the first attack we have seen from Tribe Gaming, the 3-star, they had to face a lava hound, which exploded right away. The pups got obliterated from those Electro Titans. It took them maybe 1 second to get through that, so it's a huge difference. At the same time, though, it can be kind of risky because the ice golems then are worse versus other strategies in the defensive clan castle.
Yeah, absolutely. But I got an update for you for some of the other matches currently ongoing. We have Navi taking on X Team Esports, and Navi's got the 3-star, while X Team has 2 stars in their match right there. So Navi's got a bit of an advantage. That was Gaku with the 3-star. And then we have ETX Sports. Cynthi's got a triple, while Chaz Smack Gaming have back-to-back 2 stars. So we're seeing some attack, some teams bringing the triples, and some teams like Strut bringing 2 stars in their attacks. As we're now seeing Nebrax coming in with a Lalo. He's got looking like a Blizzard Lalo, starting off with that blimp and trying to take out this town hall. But we got an invis and a poison spell on the defensive side here.
Yes, but he has a Dark Elixir storage there as well, which means those super wizards are not going to move anywhere. They're going to stay on those defenses, and this invisibility spell tower especially versus this blend, is not doing anything. And he is getting, with that splash onto the town hall, even the poison tower down. Really, really good value. Already starting with that blimp. And now we have a golem with that queen in the mix, while the lava hound is trying to somehow delay that queen now.
Yeah, that value of chaining through the tunnel to get that poison spell is incredible, so you don't have to worry about that as you continue with the rest of your attack. As the queen's going to try to follow in behind the golem, but it does just pop. Now has the golemites. King is going in to try to get the enemy queen, scatter, and get all of this deeper into the space.
Yes, the Royal Champion funneling nicely with that defending queen now on the menu. The king is using his ability, but remember, with that Phoenix pet, he is going to come back, and take a look at that. Those heroes are diving already so deep into the space. If he could get those sweepers out, this Lalo is looking beautiful, because Carbon, there's 2 Single-Fern towers, and we all know Single-Fern towers are not dealing the most damage versus the masses of loons which are flying into this space.
And then you can even use this Warden Eternal Tome. Look at the headhunters coming across. Warden ability is about to be used perfectly, as now it not only protects the balloons, but also protects that lava hound, so it can continue to tank on the backside of the space.
That's right. He's already, going with the fist, knowing that this is going to be a 3-star. This is what Tribe Gaming was famous for during the World Championship, celebrating crazy if they think they got those 3-star, and so far this star is celebration worthy for sure. 2 out of 2 3-stars back-to-back for Tribe Gaming. At the same time, their base builders were able to defend Strut twice, and now it's back to Strut to get their first 3-star on the board, especially if we remember the first attack of Strut. The problem for them were for sure 2 stars, but a really low percentage. So Strut needs some crazy attacks and really good defenses as well.
Absolutely. They need to start to turn it around. Hope that Tribe starts to get some fails. But we're going to take a look at the next match, which was we have Clash Champs taking on Chazmac GS. And we've just got all 2 stars. Been 2 attacks from each side, 2 stars apiece. And we have in that one, Patalino with a 98% 2-star. So he came so close to be getting that triple. So it's really going to be hard. Oh, we got a 2-star that came in from Tryhard that for versus Chazmac Gaming. So that's going to be close in these matches. And but for Navi, Kazuma, I'm taking a look at this. Got a 99% 2-star, and Gaku got that triple. So, oh man, we've had some close other matches. But if you want to check out any of the other matches you maybe want to see, it's a part of check out the other community streamers that are covering those. So be sure to go show your support over the Clash Clans streamers, and maybe you might find some others in your local language. As we're seeing now, boom, the captain of Strut coming in with the Zap Electro Titan, using that lightning spell right off the start.
Yes, and he is starting things off to take down an Expo, a Rage Tower, and an Inferno Tower. I think mainly to create this pathing to really make sure that he can control where his troops are going, and he's going to bring the Lock Launcher. Now my question is, the Builder Hut and the Wizard Tower, are they going to cause problems with the troops running into the wrong direction? This might be really bad for him. So let's see if the Queen is backtracking or if she's going all to plan to the left side. And so far it looks like everything is green. Thumbs up for Boom.
Yep, everything is going left, so the Queen has nowhere to go but to the Air Expo, and then follow in at the moment right here with a triple Ice Golem coming out to slow down this charge through this core. With the Log Launcher, the beautiful thing is you can activate that invisibility spell early, and that's clutch as you try to make your way closer to that Town Hall.
Yes, 100% right. This Log Launcher is a huge counter to the Invisibility Tower, but take a look at that. The wall did not open quick enough, which means the Titans are not going to the middle. He has to rage up that Queen to somehow get the Monolith down, but the Town Hall is staying up. And remember, the Invisibility Tower is going to load up again, but this is not going to load up quick enough, and the Town Hall should go down. But is the power enough with the Royal Champion coming from the top side with her pet Diggy?
Yeah, with that RC, that Diggy is incredible. Probably now definitely the strongest hero pet that you definitely should be getting to max if you do indeed have that. As a Rage on the bottom side with the Yetis, the Electro Titan going down there. The RC stuns this scatter shot. Our ability goes through. It's looking pretty good. The RC will be able to stay alive as the Electro Titans, what an attack, still has a freeze left. Boom. Gets it done when Strut needs it the most. Needs to turn this one around, hoping for some defenses now against Tribe.
What a beautiful attack. I see a lot of time messages of like people saying that they are struggling on Town Hall 15, which is understandable. Like, this town level is for sure not easy, but if you're a ground attacker, you really want to take a look at this strategy and might want to pick it up. This strategy right now is just crazy on Town Hall 15. You can't take down any base style whatsoever. You just have to learn where to put this lightning spell. This is pretty much the key thing, which as a new attacker to this strategy, if you can master this and enable maybe your siege machine, the flame flinger, especially if you take down Expos, one of the only defense which can actually outrange that siege machine, or create pathing as we have just seen from Boom, making sure that then the Lock Launcher is going to get all the way to the Town Hall. With a Lock Launcher, even countering Invisibility Towers, if you're struggling getting 2 stars versus that specific spell tower type, this is for sure a strategy you should look into.
You should 100% be looking into it, but the big thing is if you do use the lightning, especially against a Monolith, you do need 6 lightning and an earthquake to take it out, but you cannot, and I stress this because I do this too much, you cannot let builders get 2 repairs on it. Because I've let that happen, and my Monolith does not go down when I use the lightning on it. If the builder huts go to repair that Monolith and they get a couple ticks of repair health, it's not going down because you're just too slow, and it's unfortunate that it happens to me, especially in the CWL. You hate to see it, but Let's take a look at another. We do have a 3-star that came in from Clash Champs. Leo gets the 3-star for his team. So great job there, as we'll keep you guys updated for some scores throughout the other matches ongoing. But Yo-Yo is kicking this one off for Tribe now with the classic, his Queen Charge Lala.
That's right. Let's see if he can make this strategy work with the Queen Charge Lala. We have seen Strut attempting it as well, but did not go their way. And now we have the strongest siege machine, at least in the hands of pros, the Flame Flinger. And he's trying to take down the Multi-Inferno Tower, trying to take down this entire compartment with the Queen charging into just so much damage. I mean, the Invisibility Tower is going off, but it's too late. There is 2 ground exposed, and the Monolith and the Clan Castle right behind. And take a look at that top side. We're seeing a Rage Tower, and that Rage Tower is in between. I think it's going to cover both scatter shots. It's going to cover the Multi-Inferno Tower. And trust me, you don't want to have anything going into a raged up scatter, and especially not into 2 raged up scatters. This is like even worse.
Yeah, that's gonna be nasty, but we're gonna see this Queen trying to absolutely gut through the core of this base. Does find a tornado trap, getting spun around as the World Champion is now going through the right side. Now out comes the triple Ice Golem. This Queen needs to take out the Monolith, but unfortunately, she's getting distracted on the Ice Golems. No, wait, she's working on the Monolith, and
whoa!
The Monolith goes down!
That is clutch. With that on the, off the board now, we can easily take down the defensive Clan Castle troops. But there's the Sweeper, double raged up scatter, as we have said. But he is having a ton of freezes right there. It's always a bit chaotic with the defensive rage, but this is a defensive rage. This is not the loons not being raged up or anything. And take a look at that. This, well, actually the scatter, was the scatter raged up? Or I'm not sure, but either way, the loons are getting it.
He's going through. Yeah, that scatter got distracted on the Owl and the Warden, which allowed the Blues to sneak in, and Yo-Yo is getting it done against Philip. Great job there. That is now 3 stars for Tribe Gaming. They are looking fantastic right now. Wow, what a way to start off this Worlds Warm-Up. Man, that is a strong showing to start against a team like Strut.
Yeah, especially a lot of people were questioning, okay, how are some teams going to adapt to the Town of 15 meta? And yes, we had some smaller tournaments so far, but it's always a big difference if you're playing in those smaller tournaments, maybe still in the off season where some people are just trying to refresh everything, mentally reset from a stressful year. And so far, Tribe Gaming is looking unstoppable is maybe a strong word, but looking really, really strong at the moment with 3 stars back to back. And Strut getting the 1 3-star, which is considered compared to the other matches, if I got you right, not that bad. I think a lot of other teams are struggling even more.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the other scores. We got X Team Esports. They have 3 attacks, and they have 3 2-stars on their side. Now, Navi, Bernal of Navi just got a 2-star 87, so now they have 2 2-stars on their side. So there's a bunch of 2s. Now, for the ET Exports versus Chazmac Gaming match, there's been 6 attacks total, and only 1 triple, with Cynthia getting the 3-star. And so that's showing you that it's really hard to get the triples here. But Leo of Clash Champs, like I mentioned before, has a triple. But for Chazmac GS, we have Nairobi coming in with a 3-stars there, but they also have 2 2-stars. So Tribe right now, out of all the teams playing, is doing the best with 3 triples here.
Yeah, and especially you weren't really to guess how strong the invited teams are going to be who are getting into this tournament, because they had not to play the qualifiers, which means, well, not really the easiest thing to speculate on how good they are. And now that we have a Blim coming in, this is going to be what are they going to clone? Is it going to be the Super Minion, Super Archer? What is it? Super Archer, it seems like.
Yeah.
Right onto the Eagle right there. And one thing which kind of makes me angry, I have to talk with Stefan. What is this bottom bomb tower? How is that supposed to explode? You can just land a super wizard blimp right on top of it because there's no buildings next to it, which makes it just go down. Or am I just... Maybe I'm just blind. I don't know. Whatever. We have the golem coming in with that queen, and they are about to... Let's see, hopefully take down the scatter shot.
Yeah, gonna look to pat this queen to the right side. Definitely no threat of the queen walking to the left. Completely set that funnel there. As we have the king that's going to help provide that protection for the queen to make their way deeper into the space. No wall breakers here. So this queen can continue to follow in towards the monolith and then eventually reach to grab that invisibility spell tower, but that's a long ways to go here. At least he's already dealt with that clan castle. Doesn't have to worry about that as the king's ability now goes off, and he's starting that Lalo off to the right side.
That's right. The big question now is, can he somehow activate that invisibility tower so the loons do not have to deal with it? Because the invisibility tower would turn the town hall and that monolith invisible. There's the queen ability. Can they activate it somehow?
Oh.
There we go.
Okay.
And this means the loons are now slowly approaching, and they should redirect eventually towards the town hall. Exactly.
Yep.
Oh, the NATO!
They do. Oh, wow. Yes, that tornado trap is spinning these balloons. And that warning ability just protects him through it, but the poison now is totally smashing through these loons, and his queen was not able to get into the enemy queen. And it looks like we're having another defense for Tribe Gaming, and Mask, unfortunately, is not going to be able to pull this one through.
Yeah, I just think the big clutch thing on this defense was the tornado trap, because he used the warning ability early to get his troops through there, but with the tornado trap going off,
the question is time now.
The time.
Actually, wait a second.
It's going to be the troll.
That visibility will
the troll invisibility tower.
Oh,
it's going down.
No. Well,
Wait.
Okay, you know, we had to start this year off with a jinx, right? We had to, unless I double jinx this and the time fails 8 seconds. No, he's got it. He's got it, right?
Oh
wow.
my goodness.
Okay. All right. I finally noted it was on the 11th of February. We've got ourselves the first jinx. I guess we couldn't hold it off anymore. And we know that we've got our full year of jinxing ahead of us, but you know, we tried to wait as long as possible. But Mask, you proved us wrong. Wow, you still pulled that off. Well done.
I'm telling you, it was just this one bomb tower. That was the reason why this space was.
Yes.
100%. 100%.
Absolutely. I'm taking a look at some of the other scores right now. It's still crazy that the 3 stars is still not. But 2 stars is common right now. As X Team Esports, they have 4 attacks, 4 2 stars on their side, so they are not looking that good to start it off. So against a team like Navi, you can't be pulling off all 2 stars. You need to be coming in with tons of triples. As we're seeing now, Rikira is coming in with that blimp to go all the way for the town hall, and he's got probably super archers inside of there.
Yeah, the blimp is flying. Blimp is getting into that core. And now we have the super archers out there. The clone spell. And now we see why there are not that many ring bases in Legend League at the moment. Because those super archer blimps can wreck bases if they're getting the value. And this so far is looking good. Like as soon as you see the super archer blimp connecting like this.
Oh my.
It is painful to watch.
Oh, jeez. Look at that. How it's just completely gut the whole side, and you get all those important defenses into the mix as well. But now the thing is, he's out of spells. It's all about pushing his way through with his heroes, but the question, does he need spells with the value that he took down?
Yeah, that's like the big question right now. I mean, the one big hope for Rigotaurus right now is the Spare Tower, which is reloading right now. The Poison Tower could be problematic, especially in combination with that Scatter Shot. And reloading, let's see, he only has the Warning ability, as you said, to protect those loons. But right now, his zeros are looking strong. And the next thing, which is sometimes problematic with this strategy, is the time. This is why he's starting with the Lalo already at this top side, because it's only 1 minute, or nearly a little bit above 1 minute of time left to make this work. And he's using the vulnerability early, which means this scatter shot might have a great day.
Ooh. Well, not only a scatter, but we have a poison spell waiting next to it as well. So that's going to be an issue. As the Raw Champion is still making her way around, has her ability. There's the poison now getting launched. As the Queen's trying to follow around using the balloons to kind of pick off all the important defenses. Because remember, if those defenses go down, the multi-target Inferno is not a threat at all really to the Queen. It doesn't do too much damage. It just hits a ton of troops. As their RC's making her way through, the scatter shot is slowly going down right there.
It is. Yeah, I mean, just the points are not going down was really painful, and now this Queen cannot reach that multi-inferno tower. The Warden has to take it down. How many HP? No. The multi-inferno tower is staying up. Can the Queen somehow get through the wall? It is a maxed out wall. Those things have a lot of hit points. And even though they're expensive, sometimes they're worth it to upgrade.
Queen, Queen, Queen. Those archers are coming in clutch. He's going 3. No! The time fail. The 99% for Rikira's. We had to see it, right? We had to see at least one 99% 2-star, or, you know, 99% 1. It's not that often, but it does happen. But oh man, so close. Really great attack there, Rikira's.
Yeah, overall really great attack so far from Tribe Gaming. Rikira's falling short now, and falling short is a maybe an understatement if I compare it to then the other stats, which you are going to tell us in just a second. But 99% on channel 15. Sometimes on channel 14 you realize, no, that was 1% off. But on channel 15, sometimes this is a game winning. But how are the other matches looking like?
So right now, Navi's looking good as Stars just got a triple, so they're up 10-8 in their match over X Team Esports. We did just have a 99%, of course, from Chazbek Gaming. Timtastic just getting the 99% too. But that match is all tied up. Currently 9-9, and they each have an attack to go in with, so that's going to be a close one. And then we have Clash Champs currently up 10-9 against Chazmac GS. So all the other matches are really close, but Navi's looking really safe in their match there. So it's going to be really a toss-up to the final attacks, as we're seeing Ash coming in with just a Skelly Donut to take out 4 or 3 defenses and 1 more building, which is the Clan Castle. What?
Oh. I mean,
wow. The scatter.
Those Skelly Donuts. They look just so cool and so impressive still, but they're so much more harder to pull off on Town of 15, and I feel like only the best of the best can really pull this off still and make it work. So now, best of luck for us to really show us how powerful the strategy can be. He brought as well an Electro Titan. I feel like Electro Titan was one of the coolest additions to Clash of Clans, because you can use her in so many different ways. I mean, just the smash itself, you can use her as a supportive tool for like hero dive, for example, even though it's quite expensive with like 32 housing space, but overall, such a cool troop. And with that being said, the dive is trying to get into that top side, and I guess maybe the late Royal Champion for the multi-inferno tower. What do you think?
Oh yeah, that RC could try to make her way towards the multi into the Eagle. Yep, absolutely, there it is. Has to go there because there's no, well, there is the wall open, so you could try to, let's say if you had wall breakers, try to break in, but the RC just jumps the wall and just continues her way in, getting that value, grabbing the builder hut here, and we have some sweepers, but we got a Lalo that can then continue its way through to join in with the Flame Flinger, maybe, as he can rage through this town hall.
Yeah, we have the Lalo going.
Oh, no.
This is the bottom poison. Yes, the bottom poison tower is getting triggered, which is huge. Yeah. Now the question is this. Nice. Take a look at the other poison tower. It's slowly reloading. It's slowly trying to. We see it coming. Oh no! Speed up.
We have an Ice Hound. Ice Hound. If it pops in time, it can pop and freeze. No, it doesn't pop and freeze the town hall, so he's forced to drop his own freeze. And there's the rage. And he just takes it down.
He takes it out, so the poison tower is not reloading quick enough, and this means 30 seconds left. And this Doom Parade is looking great with the Queen alive still as well. So
nice
Queen ability.
Very nice. Great attack here from Ass. Gets it done. Absolutely needed that one. 16 seconds. He's moving around. These balloons are going to go to the cannon, but time is the question. Now he's like, wait a second. Do I have enough time to make my way to the left? Come on, that Queen needs to go. Come on, Ash, you got this. Come on, a Queen. Warden, help each other. And with a shot left. And oh! Wow. Just gets it done right there. Whew. That was clutch. What a great job. Wow.
Never close, all calculated. He already knew that he's going to get that 3-star. But, oh my goodness. Yeah. But Strat looking really strong overall. I mean, yes, they are now 2 out of 4 in their attack so far. Which is, again, if we have to take a look overall at the standings of other teams as well, which is really solid if you compare it to other teams. But Tribe Gaming, unfortunately, right now is 3 out of 4 overall. At the same time as well, I've seen this question now a couple of times in the chat. Teams which are losing at this stage are not immediately out of the tournament. This is a group stage where every team has multiple matches, and depending on those, they're going to be in the group standings to get into the playoff stage. So don't worry, if your favorite team is having a loss or something, they're not going to get out of the tournament ASAP.
It's not like being eliminated.
Yeah, they have multiple chances and at least a couple of matches in this group stage.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're now seeing Exorcist coming in with that Queen chart into Lalo. Flame Flinger is going to continue its way and try to slowly make its way closer to the Town Hall, but we have those Expos, which if that Queen clears all these Expos here, that can really help and keep that Flame Flinger alive. But the air defense, we got Rocket Balloons, we got the freeze. Oh, perfect freeze on the Rocket Balloons and the Headhunter at the exact same time.
Ooh, the timing is not the best, but the Lava Hound is not as big of a problem, it feels like.
Wow.
Always not 100% sure what the best clan cast is right now, but the Lava Hound a lot of times feel like not the most value, but Corbin, take a look at those wall breaks. They are looking incredible.
Yeah, those wall breaks charging this Queen all the way to this Town Hall. Now with that Warden going in towards this multi-target Inferno to the right side. Flame Flingers continue to the left. It's going to open up relatively soon as we have the RC and her ability still intact as she's going to make her way to the top scatter shot. But that Warden's ability was used really early to try to help take down this Queen, but the Tasselfarp is doing so much damage to these balloons.
It is so threatening. Those scatter shots, they're dealing just too much damage. The defending Queen survived as well, finally going down versus the Owl. The Queen, his own Queen, is locked into the Town Hall Poison. And with that being said, the Royal Champion again tries to be the MVP of finishing off this base. We have minions everywhere. The Queen going down and the healer is switching over. Can the Royal Champ carry?
The Royal Champion needs to try to finish these off here. Trying to make her way into the Wizard Tower and the Air Expo. We have these healers that are clutching up this RC.
Ooh, the Royal Champion. He's already celebrating.
Yeah. Oh,
what?
My. Incredible.
So, I think there's going to be some talks with Recurus after this match.
Right?
I'm kidding. I mean, there were one building away from a perfect war on Town Hall 15.
Wow.
That is an impressive first showing.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, there's your winner right there. Tribe Gaming takes the victory over Strut, a 14 to 13 star performance with Rikira as the only person failing as he got a 99%. Just incredible job to start for Tribe Gaming, keeping how strong they did last year. I mean, Tribe went 2 years ago. Tribe was what? 3rd place. Then last year, they were 2nd place. And now they are trying to follow that trend, and they're trying to see if they can win this year. They're trying their best, just like all the other teams. But we're going to have to keep our eyes on them as well. But I'm going to try to take a look at some of the other stats from across the matches. Navi putting up 12 stars against 10 stars for X Team Esports. So that was a 12-10 match. We have Chasmac Gaming defeating ET Sports, which is 12-11. So for all those that you may not know, ET Esports is the players of Tryhard, Amualin, Cynthia, Arium, and Kingsman, who just recently got signed with them. And then we have Clash Champs and Chasmac GS, which is 12-12. And the winner was Chasmac GS on percentage right there. So a lot of other very close matches coming down to the wire, coming down to the end. And that is what we absolutely love to see at Town Hall 15.
That's right. And I feel like we should take a deeper look at one of the most popular strategies and strategies you should for sure pick up. So let's dive into a quick replay of one of the first attacks from Tribe Gaming, where they played the Zap Titan. This strategy right now is obliterating based on Town Hall 15, and it is for sure a strategy which you can get really easily into, because the combination of power with the Titans and just the kind of classics to get into the strategy makes it a really, really good beginner strategy for everyone to pick up. At the same time, there is a really high skill ceiling to make sure that even if you're putting more and more time into it, you can always improve. So the basic with this strategy, especially versus box spaces, is try to use the Flame Flinger, the power of the Flame Flinger, to reach the Town Hall. For that, you need to take down buildings which can outrange the Flame Flinger. For example, X-Bows. X-Bows have a longer range than the Flame Flingers. That's why you take them out with those lightnings. You can try to take down important buildings. That is one option to really empower your siege machine, because remember, this siege machine, if used correctly, is the by far strongest siege machine in the entire game. Kronos over here is doing that perfectly, making sure that he's setting up the siege machine to success, taking out the entire Town Hall compartment with that, and even later on the spell tower. At the same time, he is going to now send his Titans into this top side, and you can see how strong those Titans are, especially versus most of the defensive clan castle troops, like for example the Lava Hound. The Hound is exploding within a couple of seconds, and the pups are going, taken care of right away as well. And at the same time, during all of that time, the Flame Flinger is slowly but surely chipping away on their Town Hall. For that, you just have to keep concentrating on the smash attack on the Electro Titans. And the next good thing about this is you don't have that many spells. I mean, I know a lot of people are kind of getting confused about, oh my goodness, I have now a haste, I have a rage, I have a heal, I have so many different spells to use, a freeze and a visibility spell and everything. With this strategy, you don't have this problem. So overall, it's a really, really good strategy to pick up for someone who might be struggling on Town Hall 15 to really learn the basics of funneling, enabling your siege machine and getting those basics right, and you should be setting up yourself to success on Town Hall 15 and hopefully more 3-stars overall. And yes, at the same time, there might be those small things which you can master, like the king range on this attack, really being able to tell how big or how small the range of the king actually is in enabling your siege machine to succeed overall. And in the end, it's going to be a great 3-star with the queen ability, with the freeze on the back end. Remember always to use your freeze to support your troops on the back. And with that being said, a beautiful 3-star to start this match off for Tribe Gaming, for Kronos. But that was just me trying to really make sure that you guys are using it. Let's see, maybe it's going to be baited in the next attack, but overall, a really strong strategy, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great job from Kronos getting the value. It's incredible to see these pro players using these strategies, and not gonna lie, I am 100% taking notes whenever I watch these pro players be using these strategies. It's incredible. I love to try it myself. I would say I love to do it, but do I do it right? We'll have to kind of time will tell, but I'm gonna now jump into an attack to bring you another one to kind of break down, so you guys at home can do as well. And this one, we're coming in from Yo-Yo with his Queen Charge Lalo. And what he's doing here is he's charging straight into the Town Hall, right? And if you have an invisibility spell, right by that town hall, you do have to make sure to freeze it so you can get that value. And what Itsu was talking about earlier during the actual attack was the defensive rage on the top side, which can do a lot of damage, especially if paired with expos or scatter shots. But we'll have to keep our eye on how much damage it actually did to the balloons, as now this flame flinger, look, the value, why does they have a flame flinger here? It's so that it can go for that multi-target inferno to kind of protect this queen as she charges away. There's the freeze. Not only does it freeze the town hall, freezes the ground expo, but the main thing, which is the invisibility spell tower. So it just charges this queen straight on it. King comes to the right. Now freezing the Monolith and the queen, if she can secure the Monolith, she secures these expos, the town hall. King is going for the other multi and the enemy queen. That now leaves your Lalo for the Eagle artillery. That's what you want to take down really early in terms of a Lalo attack. You don't want to Lalo from the opposite side. And I remember watching this attack and keeping my eye on how the queen barely got this Monolith. Look at this. Really look at this Monolith here. And as these archers come out, she's getting spun. I was like, there's no way she's going to get distracted onto the archers or the ice golems here. But the ice golems were just too slow because of the poison spell that she took that Monolith down. Yo-Yo's charge, brilliant job through here as he Lalo straight over this topside Eagle. And here's the defensive rage, right? So it just barely does clip these scatter shots here, raging them up. But the problem is, if the scatter shot is distracted on one troop, it will go for it and it won't hit your group of balloons. So sometimes you can luck out. Sometimes if your stack of balloons get targeted by the scatter, they will go down super quickly to a defensive or a raged up scatter. But as you see here, the owl and the warden get targeted by the scatter, so it doesn't hit those balloons anymore. Plus the ground expos make it really nice to Lalo through. But Yo-Yo, great way of breaking the space down of the queen charge for the core, the flame flinger for the other multi, his heroes, the king and royal champion for the other side multi, and then the Lalo clears the Eagle artillery section right there. So Yo-Yo, great job right there. But we're going to be going now, getting ready for the very next matchup, which is going to be Empire Gaming taking on Chazmat Gaming. But before we get into that match, we do have an interview that we did sit down with the General X of Chazmat Gaming. We've asked him a couple of questions, with one of them being, what does he think about these teams now this year in the Worlds Warmup?
We are most excited to play the new Queen Walkers team, just because they are the world champions and you want to compete always against the best people out there. And with the new roster change from them, adding Bernal to the roster, I think it will be quite interesting. Speaking about roster changes, I think there are many roster changes that could have a big impact this year. But in my opinion, the biggest one will be Yo-Yo moving to Tribe Gaming, because in my opinion, Yo-Yo is just one of the best, if not the best player in the world from last year. So I guess that will have a big impact on Tribe Gaming, making them even better than last year. I don't think we or I have a big concern about defensive buildings on Town Hall 15. It's just how you work around the defensive buildings, how you exploit the weaknesses. But of course the Monolith and the spell towers are very hard to counter additions on the Town Hall 15 meta game, so it will be quite interesting to see how people get around that. And of course we too. I personally don't have a favorite spell for the spell towers. I think the rage and the poison towers are a bit superior than the invisibility spell, but in general all of the spell towers have their workplace and could sweep the base well if used in the right spot and in the right conditions. Thank you very much.
So that was really interesting to see General X's feet are kind of take on the spell towers there. I was going to expect him to say maybe the poison and invisibility were superior to the rage, but he really likes the rage there and maybe least likes the invisibility. But he is also a base builder, so I'm really curious of what your thoughts are on what General X was thinking.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Like, my least favorite has to be the Rage Tower, because in those, I would call it new meta box spaces, we typically have always one spell tower behind the Town Hall. It can be invisibility, it can be poison to defend maybe Blimps or something, but then there's always a super crazy setup on the other side with a Rage Tower, surrounded by like 2 to 3 multi-inferno towers, then 2 X-bows, even scatter shots around it. The Eagle is close by as well to rage it up. And trust me, if there is a raged up anything on your queen, this queen is not going to last very long. It is kind of crazy. So those really set up bases to make those rage towers work are incredible hard to take down, I feel like. So yeah, I cannot wait to see more of the base building meta evolving and everything. But as well, I think we should take a quick look before the next match at the group standings overall, because we have our first set of matches in, and we have in the first group, in the group 1, Na'Vi, X-Team Queen Walkers. I mean, we will take a look at their match later still. I know a lot of people are excited to see them, so we will have them on the big screen after this next match. Tribe Gaming convincingly won their match in group 2. And then we had still the results from group 3 and 4.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of matches still to come. We have 2 more here today, because the next one up that we're going to be seeing is going to be jumping over into, I believe, where we have Empire Gaming taking on over in Group 3, taking on Chasmac Gaming is what we're going to see next. There was a lot of teams that did not end up playing the first match, so then some teams will now be playing here in the second one over this weekend between today and tomorrow. And the next weekend is the playoffs, because this tournament, the Worlds Warmup, $30,000, and first place takes home $10,000. What an incredible way to start off this year if you win first place here. And that's if you think about it, there's a lot of other tournaments in Clash of Clans going on right now, but like nothing comparison to this prize pool, and winning this can almost kind of add up to all of those. But here we go. We are starting it off with Empire Gaming coming in with the first attack against Chasmac Gaming, and we have nobody coming in with a Blizzard. Lalo, he's only got 3 invisibility spells here.
Yeah, and starting things with Blizzard, I mean, this is something I will expect a lot from Empire Gaming, and we have some of the best Blizzard Lalo attackers in that team. But as well, while the Super Wizards are doing their job on this top side, we should take a look at this left side. Take a look. Raged up Scatter, double raged up multi-inferno towers. This is going to be tricky to get through, especially for a Lalo attack, so I cannot wait to see how he's going to handle that, because it seems like he has to Lalo that part because his heroes are diving in from the right side.
Yeah, with this queen, she's going to make her way to the right, taking out this Lava Hound and these pups. We have the Golem now, really going to provide that tanking. The Ground Expo locks out into the Golem. King's going to follow in. They look like they can get some real nice value, as he's got 2 super wall breakers to continue this path in. Royal Champion could assist, go into that Monolith, but the Lalo is going to have to start relatively soon, otherwise time fails can be an issue.
That's right, for sure. Time is always a factor, especially in those multi-stage attacks like Blizzard right here. He is diving into this poison tower, triggering it early, trying to take down the scatter now. And now the Lalo is unleashed from this bottom side with another Hound to still play. But this backend, this is what I'm afraid of. Double raged up Inferno Towers.
Yeah.
This Royal Champ is barely getting that scatter down.
Oh, just gets down as the Warden Headhunters. You're going to have to pop that Warden Internal Tome, but they're going to get stuck onto the defensive King first. There's a haste. He's not using the Warden ability yet. Finally now just uses it as the balloons are coming across. And like you said, there's the defensive Rage Spell Tower that is raging up these Infernos, the Scatter, the Grand Warden Altar, everything here that can shred through loons.
Take a look at that Rage Scatter. It took down a huge part of that base, but what is the counter to Raged Up defenses? Just non-stop freeze everything. He had so many spells just for this one part of the base. It was crazy. Queen going down, Roy Champion, no ability left, and this one Air Expo could really be a decider with this defense. Expo trying to take down everything. There's a backhand air defense still as well. Diggy MVP maybe.
Oh, that Diggy clutching that Air Expo. But now watch this. The Warden's going to stop targeting these defenses, and he's going to start to turn around and go for everything other than the air defense. He's going for the Dark Elixir Storage. Only 19 seconds. This air defense might just be the MVP for Mech.
Oh, it's getting close. Now there's two pets with that Warden, the Phoenix and the Owl.
Oh, one-shot
it. Time! It's only the time to get this defense.
No.
And one thing which we weren't touching on, but which surprises me a lot, is Chessmaker Gaming. They are running the anti-3-star bases. This is surprising me a lot. We have seen pretty much only box bases in our first match, Tribe Game versus Strat, because I feel like they just feel so much stronger than all of the other base styles right now, with the anti-3 maybe even looking the weakest. So I'm super surprised seeing Chessmaker Gaming coming out with the anti-3-star bases, but if there's a team to make them work, it is this team. They have a few of the best base builders in there. You have talked about General X being a base builder himself, and he's putting out some incredible bases, but surprisingly, he's most famous for his anti-2-star, his box-style bases. So let's see what the other bases of them are looking like, but I'm super excited to see their bases defend. And I got already told by one of the base builders of Pyro Gaming that they might have some new strategies up their sleeves. So this is something I'm looking forward as well. But I don't want to spoil too much because we have the next attack on the line, and Temper is in with another Lalo attack.
Okay. We have CMG Temper coming against Anthony's base with he's got a bat spell, only one, which no poison, most likely it's going to be a Skelly Donut, if I'm going to try to guess correctly. Taking out the Clan Castle, a Monolith, and something else, or maybe an Inferno Tower, as this Flame Flinger is going to take its time, and there we go. We have double Skellies taking out a Monolith, the Multi, and the CC. You misplaced the one tile, and this stuff could stay up. Wait a second, they're not going for the C. Oh no!
The Roy Champ!
Yeah, pull the Skellies away! Wow.
We talked about it earlier. Yeah, we talked about it earlier with the attack of us, that this strategy, this Skelly Donut, is just so hard to pull off, and we see exactly here because it is so unforgiving. I mean, you just have one tile, your spell off, and the entire attack kind of feels impossible to be saved, especially on turn of 15, where it is so hard to come back from not good openings anyways.
Yeah, that is rough, unfortunately, but can he recover with the invisibility spell onto his queen because the Air X will lock onto her? But the problem is, there's a bunch of Skellies here. We do have an invisibility spell for this Town Hall. He's going to have to freeze it. Queen ability secures the Town Hall as a Dragon Rider grabs his air defense, as he's going to have to start off this level after the World Champion that was just deployed to the bottom side.
Yeah, now the important thing as well, with those matches especially not being always those crazy high scoring, is you need to go for percentage as well after an opening like this. If something has gone wrong or something like that, you really need to make sure that you're getting the best percentage out of it, because you are still in this match. Like, this match is far from being over, as some pros might have said on turn of 14. Like, as soon as you have a fail early, it feels like kind of impossible to come back from. But on turn 15, anything is possible. You said it earlier as well. The 1-stars always might be happening. And considering how the opening went, I think he did a really good job in saving this attack.
Yeah, great effort there from Temper with that Clan Castle coming out. Those Ice Golems were a bit of a problem, but at the end of the day, the Ice Golems really didn't do too much to the Lalo. All it would have really done is slow up the heroes. So it was the kind of pathing around And that defensive rage that is slowly just coming back right now really picked off those balloons quick from that Eagle Artillery. But once you don't take out a clan castle like that, your confidence in the attack can completely shift and really hard to focus on trying to get that 3 stars. He does secure the 2, so great there. Great job from Temper of Chasmac Gaming, but he's good. They're going to do a little bit more than that in these matches. So I'm going to take a look at some of the scores. Let's see if any have come in so far. And we see in the match versus Clash Champs and Bedzinger, both players, we have P. Castro and Cadell both getting 3 stars for their teams right there. We have EM Esports, NJ Paul coming in with a 2-star. It was a low percent, 64% unfortunately for him. And then we have Chasmac EA and X Team Esports. We just have 2-star from Chasmac EA, but here we go. Shadow coming in straight with a Zap Queen Charge Dragon Rider attack. Right.
That is really interesting, seeing the Dragon Riders back. Because, I mean, we all know Dragon Riders were really strong on Town Hall 14, but I feel like Town Hall 15 hit them kind of hard with they're not getting a new level. They are having to face the Monolith most of the time, except if you're using the lightning on it or something. But otherwise, it is really hard for the troop to really stay in the meta. So let's see how good he can actually use it, because the Queen Charge so far is looking good. No surprising Black Mines, no Tesla farm whatsoever. Opening looks solid, but the question is, how powerful are those Dragon Riders on the back end?
Yeah, that is a good question. With these Dragon Riders, the big thing is you don't necessarily need spells for them. Like I've noticed when I've used Dragon Riders is with Dragon Riders are still really strong even without spells. So if you can use your spells for the Queen or a lot of different portions of the base, that could be incredible value, as the wall break is going to continue to the left, trying to get this Queen to make her way to the scatter. Enemy Queen, the poison. He does have 2 more wall breaks, so this is looking like a crazy charge, but if the Queen actually walks left, she can make her way a little bit to the right and then continue her way to that Eagle Artillery.
Yeah, the Queen can reach a lot right there, but the question though is, this Queen is having no spell support anymore except 1 freeze, and that's it. The first Black one already hitting the Dragon Rider right there on the bottom side. The Queen now charging into this long channel exactly as you have said. The King on the outside is mainly there to use as funneling, even though you don't really need the funneling for Dragon Riders because they're going from defense to defense. So he's mainly used as a tank on the outside at the moment, I guess. Not sure if that is the best way to use it, but I mean, so far Dragon Riders look kinda healthy, but there's a lot of base still left to go.
Man, I'm always so confused whenever I see the defensive rage tower. I think it's like my own rage that I use. I'm like, oh cool, why are my troops going faster? This can be so confusing when you see that in an attack. But Shadow's looking pretty solid here, but the Queen, unfortunately, she going down to that Crown Expo. That is the huge issue. Does he still have his... No, that Royal Champion, I don't see up. Only 25 seconds, so it's looking like we're seeing another solid defense here. Temper is going to be holding Shadow, and the Dragon Riders trying to make their way around that multi-target Inferno, but those healers trying to keep that King alive as long as possible, just going down. The King does have the Phoenix, so once he dies, he comes back alive doing some extra damage, and this one is just going to be a time fail because that multi looks like it would probably go down to that Dragon Rider. Oh, that is so close.
It's really close, and take a look at the clan castle. I think he used 1 Dragon Rider, 1 Inferno Dragon, and a couple of loons. So bringing the Inferno Dragon into the mix, because Dragon Riders typically, they don't have the craziest damage output, so having an Inferno Dragon right next to them can be a big game changer, especially considering they're only taking defenses, which means if there's a defensive hero, for example, that hero can be taken down quickly. But do you have any more updates of the other matches which are happening at the same time?
Yeah. So the other update we have, so X Team Esports still an XBB with a 99% 2-star. They have now 6 2-stars from the very first one. They got 5, and they still have yet to get that triple. We have Riga Torres of Struck getting the triple for their side. So that's great job, great start for them. But here we go. We've got Mech now coming in with a Warden Walk starting it off, and he's coming in with a couple Electro Titans in the mix.
That's right, and he's going to use the Flame Flinger, but not towards the scatter compartment, instead towards the top side to take down this Eagle eventually. With the Expo behind the Eagle gone, this should be possible for sure. He's starting early with his Titans. Question now though is, how good can those Titans survive that tunnel compartment, especially with another invisibility tower close by to the town hall? So they're going to ignore that town hall for quite some time, depending on how the pathing looks like.
Yeah, with the Lava Hound coming out, so remember, once this Hound pops, the Electro Titans can absolutely smash through these pups, no problem. But he freezes up this Town Hall. The Monolith needs to time this Warden ability perfectly, as he does there, but was it too early? Will this Town Hall do quite a bit of damage here?
Ooh, the Titans so far are avoiding the tunnel, which means nothing is in the tunnel explosion itself, but the Tornado Trap is rotating them back into that tunnel poison. The Royal Gem at the bottom side is in to take down that single Inferno Tower. Some Titans are still alive, or only one Titan if I see that correctly, while the Yetis are engaging versus the King on the left side. There is so many things happening at the same time.
Yeah, we got Electro Titan over the left, like you mentioned, with the Royal Champion making her way. Still has her ability. Couple free spells in the mix. Hog Rider just dies off to the right. The Queen is gone. Now comes down to this RC. Can she make her way through the rest of this with ability and the freezes? They need a... Oh, that was a clutch Diggy to stun that scatter shot, but unfortunately, the cannons are locking onto the RC. There's a freeze, but she might not be able to survive this. No! Ah, man. Wow. Another defense.
Another defense, exactly as you have said it. Just, yeah, the tunnel compartment was feeling a bit awkward with, like, the invisibility tower going off, and tough call, tough call. Those box spaces, they feel so hard to attack with those setups, with the... Like this is a pretty classic box space setup. Like one spare tower close by to the town, then one rage tower. I think it was a rage tower on the other side, surrounded by like Eagle, Expos, 1 or 2 Inferno towers. It feels so hard to get through those rage tower or raged up defenses. Like an Eagle shot, raged up, is pretty much like one Eagle, the Eagle shots overall, taking down the entire Titan, for example. This can be so deadly. So, Rage Towers, they are a lot of pain for the attackers.
Wow. The Rage Towers are starting... I'm starting to gain a lot more respect for them, as I'm starting to see them do quite a bit of damage. Because I just know, if you send a Blizzard or a Blimp into a Rage Tower, it doesn't do anything because you just keep your troops invisible. So it's not too big of a deal, but... If the Rage Tower is somewhere where you don't get that type of value, then it's completely different because it does so much damage aiding those defenses. So I'm going to be starting to consider having the defensive Rage Towers on my basis for sure. But again, taking a look at some updated scores. Chaz, Mad Gaming, EA versus X Team, all 2 stars in that match. So that's going to be close. But we have P. Castro of Clash Champs coming in with a triple for their team. But now we're seeing Anthony coming in with Super Witches. All right, because I know Anthony, he loves to bring E-Dragons. He's an E-Dragon attacker, now bringing the Super Witches. And the problem is with Super Witches, they can be quite slow. You have to always keep your eye on time for this attack strategy.
Yeah, that's right. They're slow, and at the same time, I feel like with the addition of the Monolith, they feel not the strongest, let's say like that, because with the Monolith shots taking down those the big boys, it is really, really hard for those witches to generate as many as possible of them. At the same time, the Lizard having some great value to take down the defending king, and now we have the Ice Golem leading the charge with those witches right behind. We have one Electro Titan in there, which we have already said. Those Titans are a great supportive troop as well. They don't need to always be your main squad. They can be a supportive tool as well to defend, actually take down the defending clan castle troops, like for example Lava Hound. So let's see if this Lock Launcher is doing a great job of opening everything, and so far I would say it's looking great.
It's looking good, but that single... Oh, no, he lost one Super Witch. That could be critical. We don't have too many. As the single lock on, unfortunately, the Ice Golem wasn't able to die in time to freeze it. As look at all these freezes, left and right, freezes coming through. But the Log Launcher is still going all the way to the Town Hall. There's a jump to try to give him access straight to the Town Hall, as a ward ability is protecting everything straight into the core.
This is looking beautiful versus this base right there. It's 1 minute and 20 seconds left, and you have talked about it. They are not the quickest troops. So knowing that there is over 1 minute left and he already reached that Town Hall is quite promising for him. But still, there's a lot of base still left to go down. With the Royal Champion, though, being alive and with her ability, it's looking good. But wait a second, the Town Hall has to go down first, and it's just doing that.
Yes, with these Super Witches still near this Town Hall. Now losing his healers. The Super Witches are getting... Oh, they're getting targeted by this scatter shot. They're trying to take out the bottom tower. It's going to come down to the Royal Champion and her ability. If he's got the time, I think he's going to 3-star this one.
Yeah, and the last witch just barely generated another skeleton, which can be clutched on this back end. Time-wise and tanking-wise, Royal Champion ability to finish off the last couple of defense. He can use the Royal Champion ability now. Only the Arch Tower left standing, a minion to clean things up. The Royal Champion trying her best. The Queen ability. No, the Queen is going to go for the wall, right? Don't, Queen.
Gosh,
there is an opening at the bottom side. Queen?
No. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want it. It's time. It's time. The RC stays alive. He's hoping. He's hoping. Can the RC get there? Does she? Is it 5? Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, no. No. Oh, see his face. The 99% 2-star. Anthony, we feel your pain. We feel your pain. I hate to see it. Wow. You just need just a few more shots. That's it. It's you.
It was just so unlucky because the skeleton trap actually lured that Queen into this small corner, I want to call it. Otherwise, I'm 1% sure if the Queen would have had to target something staying inside the tunnel compartment further in the middle, she would have went around the bottom side, around the corner to the outside, and would have not caused this time fail. But the skeleton trap popping up, luring her into this corner, forcing her against the wall, really cost him this 3-star. Otherwise, it was a really beautiful attack. We have not seen a lot of Super Witches, but it did not look weak or anything. It was just a bit unlucky on the finish line.
It looked really strong, but even, let's say the Queen wasn't there, I think it was, yes, definitely the skeleton trap, but it was just the RC getting stalled on the skeleton trap. That's the thing. The RC, if she had a couple more shots, it would have been a 3-star. So great try there. Now we're seeing Wolf Shears coming in with a Zap Lalo. He's got starting off with that the Flame Flinger off to the right side. Like you said, is one of the strongest siege machines for these pro players. As we're seeing the Queen to make her way closer to this town hall. We got all these Teslas up there with no healers, so you really have to protect this Queen.
Ooh, the wall breaks are not going as planned. Where's the next wall break going? It's not going to open up to the town hall. Like, this is going to be tricky to get that town hall. The Queen already taking a lot of damage. Royal Champion to try to tank. There's the freeze, but the Queen ability is going off, and he has now a big problem. He somehow needs to take down that town hall. The King is struggling there as well. He has 2 more freezes, but without a rage, this town hall could be a really big problem to take down, especially is the Monolith in range. The clan castle is coming out. The Queen is now under the town hall. What is he doing? You just have to let this Queen go down. The Flame Flinger is having insane value. Take a look at that. But just this town hall dive, the wall breaks were too quick. He did not open the other compartment. Now he needs to send a huge part of his Lalo into the town hall. And this is never what you would like to see.
Yep, and he clipped a Lava Hound, so it protects it through this air defense. takes out the enemy queen with the headhunter. He tries to utilize that warden ability to the best of his ability here, as he now has a little mini Lalo come to the left side behind that hound. But this defensive rage is going to do a lot of damage as the Monolith does just clear this Grand Warden now.
Yeah, maybe he can still pull this through, considering how OP this Flame Flinger was. Thus, the value was incredible. He's for sure being able to get this on a really high percentage. At least the Dragon Rider trying its best. But there's one big defense still in the middle.
Yeah.
And this defense is trying to let this base survive and is not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, look at this, 48 seconds left, but now the Phoenix, the minions, the Lava Pups are getting distracted on the defensive Lava Hound to the right side. Yes, the Dragon Rider can make its way to the bottom through to the multi, but it will get picked off once it gets close to that Monolith there.
Ooh, the Dragon Rider trying to take down another bidding. Every single bidding counts, especially in this match right now, where none of the two teams have gotten a 3-star just yet. And this means they're trying to get as many high percentage attacks as possible, because they can be the game changer, the deciding factor. The Phoenix taking bidding after bidding. He's at 95 now. And considering that this attack, he had to send the Warden and everything into the town hall, which was not planned. Considering that, getting a 95 is quite a showing, I want to say. So really, really good job of saving this. But this means no 3-star so far in this match.
Yeah, no 3-star there. It's tough, you know. At Town 15, we saw from the first match, Tribe Gaming getting 14. I mean, was it like Town 14 meta for them, doing such an amazing performance? Only Rikirez getting the 99% 2-star and missing one building. They started really kind of something that does not seem to be the norm right here at Town 15, because it's a bunch of 2-stars. As again, some updates across the other matches. X Team Esports finally have their first triple. We have Jaga coming in with the 3-star for them, but Chasmac EA have a 3-star as well answer. So it's gonna be a close matches across the board. But now we have for Empire Gaming, Jesus coming in with a Blizzard. Lol, this is his favorite attack to use. One of the best Blizzard Lalo attackers in the world, coming in with the balloons right early. Gonna try to help damage this bomb tower. He's going Stow Slammer. Nope, blimp in with this Blizzard.
Oh, what? Okay, I thought the Slammer would go for sure towards the air defense. I mean, that was a crazy pathing right there, and this means the Town Hall should easily go down. Value looks great, but the question now is if the value is good enough to really for him to turn this into a 3-star, because this air defense might lure the Queen into the wrong direction. Or does he want to have the Queen going to the bottom side? We will find out.
Yeah, this Queen looks like she has nowhere to go but to the bottom here after this Gold Sword is going to go down. Yes, there is a wall breaker there, so the Queen can fall into the scatter, as the King has been deployed as well down there behind a Golem. So he's looking to get a ton of value with his heroes here.
Yeah, Golem going in, Queen going in. He has another wall break to get into the multi-inferno tower as well. And then even another wall break. Is he going to try to get towards the Monolith? That would be crazy. Depending on where that next wall break is going. Is he going to send it? I mean, King is already down. Queen is now going in, but I think she's going to go for the Elixir storage next. So she's going to the outside again. Yep, that's right. The wall is the wall open? Yes, one tile of the wall is open. The Queen is going back inside. And maybe he's even going to get the Monolith based on that.
Queen ability, she's stepping. Oh, she's going for the storage.
He has 2 invisibility spells. He can use it.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Are you serious?
What?
Oh, my. The value with his heroes.
And by the way, this is where you can see, like, he is right now always battling with stars from Na'Vi for, like, the first spot in Legend League. And you can see exactly why. I mean, are you kidding? What was that attack? He's swagging what is it? 3 freezes, an invisibility, and a haste?
Yep.
I mean,
oh my, look at that.
I'm not sure if it's the
Jeez.
smartest in such a close match to swag, especially the haste, because that could like speed things up a little bit.
Yep,
But it's like
yep.
for sure showing like why this guy is competing with stars always for this #1 spot in Legend League, and it is just crazy. In the right hands, this strategy, by the way, I think Blizzard Lalo is right
Yeah.
now the #1 strategy for Legend League. But at
Yep.
the same time, and that's really important, only if you can really master it, which there's maybe,
True.
I don't know, a handful of players in the entire world who can say that about themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, that absolutely just incredible. The value he got, not even using the blimp, using the stone slammer to go straight on in, and how he used a few balloons to damage the bomb tower, and then the damage from the stone slammer did also take out the bomb tower to protect those super wizards. Absolutely brilliant there.
Yeah, really nicely done. At the same time, we have still, I think, a couple of results going at the bottom side. Do you have any more
Yep.
to add to that before we go into the next
Yeah,
attack?
yeah. Philip from Strut, who's got a 3-star for them. Esports that they're going up against, all 2 stars. That's 3 attacks, so 3 fails. We have for Bedzinger, we have now ND adding a second triple for them, but Clash Champs out of 3 attacks only has the 1 triple. So Clash Champs needs to turn it around for them. But now Tim Tastic coming in with a Queen, a Charge, a Lalo with a Flame Flinger in the mix. Okay, good luck. Let's see if he can keep this Queen to charge her way through.
Looks good. I mean, I cannot wait to... I mean, we have seen a couple of people trying to attempt this strategy today. Some of them failed, some of them got, I want to say, more the closer 3 stars. If I remember the attack of Exorcist, where the Queen is going down and his healers are transitioning over to the Royal Champion. You could call it maybe a little bit lucky as well. But either way, it is a really powerful strategy in the right hands, but it's one of the strategies which is not forgiving mistakes at all. On Town of 14 was like a super strong all-rounder strategy where even if things are going wrong, you will still get the 3-star. On Town of 15, it is still the same all-rounder strategy, but at the same time, it is like one little mistake, especially versus out of the Rage Towers, and your entire attack is done. You can see a Rage Tower close by with a Warden. You do not want to have a Rage Up Warden on your Queen. A Rage Up Warden is taking half the hit points with 1 shot. This can be deadly, and take a look. He's exactly charging into that area. I would be scared right now.
That is a lot of stuff to have to keep your eye on as the wall break does open this wall for this Queen to step in. Gonna have to rage up this Queen, and she can easily die through ability if you're not paying attention near, especially like you said, that raged up defensive Warden as the Queen is going through. A Tesla farm is here, but the problem is the Queen might not walk into this Eagle Artillery, which is definitely probably what he wants.
That's right. The Eagle so far is getting avoided. Okay, he's scared as well. He's freezing the Rage Tower to make sure his Queen is just like taking down the Warden before. But I think soon this Rage Towers get activated, and then we will have a raged up Eagle. Yep, there we go. Those shots can now really hurt, and the Rage Up Expo is not making things any better.
Yeah, as we have the Warden to burn his ability to protect this Town Hall. Yes, protecting balloons through the Town Hall. The invisibility spell causing these balloons to continue through, pulling some traps. Queen's ability is popped. King's ability goes off. So much happening all at once as this World Champion is going to try to continue her way through, but he still has 6 more loons as he loses his Queen.
Oh no, can the Royal Champion save the day again? We had a lot of attacks today where the Royal Champion was the saver in the attacks. Royal Champion jumping about the wall, jumping into the next compartment, into the next area of the base. The one loon with the Phoenix trying to tank for the Royal Champion. And there's more loons for the back end. There's the freeze. Can this work, Carbon? Time is ticking.
Oh, the wall break to help provide a little bit of a distraction for the RC. Look at that. The RC saves a little bit of health because of the super wall breaker cutting across. But unfortunately, we have to get through the defensive clan castle as well. And it's going to be a 96% 2-star for Tim Tastic. Not getting it there. Unfortunate there. So that means it's going to be still close. That was such a great effort. There's so many different parts of the attack going on at once, multitasking, and that shows you the skill of these players and what they can do.
Yeah, it is crazy, especially with this strategy where you need this multitasking level. It is such a hard strategy to pull off, but at the same time, it can be so strong in the right hands, but overall falling short just a little bit. But for the match itself, this means now Empire Gaming with a high percentage 2-star already can secure their win, because we had already now a couple of times from Chasmac Gaming quite low percentage 2-stars. So let's see. We have again a Lalo attack, a Blizzard Lalo it is yet again. But this time, this attack, this opening looks different, because it seems like he's playing a small Lalo part for the Eagle.
Ooh, let's see. Smokey coming in with this. Oh, we got the balloon. There's the... Okay. We got Super Wizards trying to take out the scatter shot. Stepping in. Takes out the enemy RC. They're continuing their way through. They're going to... Oh, Poison gets launched, but he does grab the Ground Expo in the mix as well.
Yeah, but... was this enough value? This is like what would a Yeti blimp with the rage, wouldn't that have gotten maybe similar? But is the expo, the ground expo, that important? Okay, well, he's playing the hero part on the other side of the tunnel, so I guess the ground expo going down is crucial. But let's see if the value is enough. But at the same time, we have seen already earlier that the key thing with those super wizard blimps is not the value with the blimp, I feel like. It's more about what those players can do with those heroes after.
Yeah, it's about the funneling, and if you can tank down, especially like that Expo, it can help provide a bunch of protection in terms of you don't have all that damage output onto your heroes, as now the Queen is getting through this defensive king with the assistance of these headhunters. Clutch here. It's like that defensive king couldn't even get one hit off. Brilliant job, so that Queen can keep her health as the charge continues with this King's ability going through. And look at the wall break going straight on in, and he's going to be able to continue to wall break into the multi, and the Queen get a ton of value here.
Yeah, this wall break again, like just seeing those angles, making sure what can my Queen reach and everything, this is like always what impresses me so much. And yes, the Lado part I feel like is crucial, but most of the time nowadays in Town 15, I feel like just the heroes and how they're used is just the deciding factor on how good you can really like how you can really be on Town Hall 15 with the strategy. We have now the Warden coming in with the... This Warden ability was genius, and the Loons are just keep going with having 2 freezes on the back end. But wait a second, the Poison Tower in the beginning did not go down. Red Mines!
Yeah, that defensive Poison Tower was so deadly right there. How unfortunate. Wow. Which means that we're going to have a defense, and this is going to be a low percentage for Smokey Bear, which means that Chasmac Gaming, this will put Empire to 11, and Chasmac can still tie this up on stars, and it will come down to percentage for the match, as General X will be the final attacker. We have, I believe, like a 93.8 right there.
Yeah, but this means 20%. With one threshold, they could get 20%. So even if they threshold, they could not win this
92.
Anymore.
That's true.
I'm correct.
Yep,
So,
you're right, because... Yeah. No, go ahead. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Remember, this is a group stage, so even though they cannot win this match itself, it can come down due to tiebreakers and everything to stars in the end. So being able to 3-star this next attack would maybe not decide this specific match, but really could push them ahead in maybe a tiebreaker or something in the end. So this might get important at some point. So let's see if they can 3-star their last attack. But overall, really surprising. I mean, especially Chasmac Gaming last year still like known as Reported. They were really, really strong as well on offense. They were mainly known as well for their defense, but their offense was really solid as well. So seeing them falling short was quite surprising. And we have another Skitty Donut. Can I just make sure that you're not misdropping those spells by just one tile.
Don't leave up one of these. He gets all of that value. Incredible. just so precise with that General X taking down the Clan Cast with the Eagle, the multi-target Inferno. But what I was going to say was, just before the attack was going to end, was Empire Gaming. What an impressive kind of performance they've come in with all the rest of their attacks, other than what Smokey Beer, the 78, which was the lowest percentage here. We had the triple, we had a 97, a 99, and a 95. That is what is going to be winning them this war, because of the very high percentage that they are getting when they don't 3-star. Of course, that's the tiebreaker at the end of the day after stars, so you really have to focus on every single possible building you can get down, as we're seeing General X now setting his queen up to this enemy RC as this king just now comes back alive.
The king, with the splash of the Phoenix, actually took down the multi-inferno tower, which can be huge in this attack.
Wow.
And now the queen is funneling this Loudon from the top side. I'm not sure if the double Lava Hound was intended. Normally you're just trying to have like this one Hound going in there. At the same time though, now we have the Yetis tanking for the Royal with the left side. So again, we have a complete crazy multitasking approach right now. And we have again the annoying invisibility spell, or invisibility tower, behind the town hall, which could always be a big problem. Now we have the tornado trap, so he needs another freeze.
Yeah, as the Warden ability is going to have to be used onto the Town Hall, but these balloons are very low health, meaning just one red air bomb can all spell disaster for him. He has 11 more balloons, but these balloons are getting picked off quickly. The Owl is getting targeted by the Monolith, as he has balloons coming onto the Wizard Towers and trying to pick off all the rest of the buildings around, but looks like the Rage Up defensive multi is going to probably be too much.
And this, by the way, is exactly the setup I mean. We have the one spell tower close by to the Town Hall. We have a Rage Tower covering, would have covered the Eagle, it just went down earlier. It covered 2 multi-inferno towers and 2 expos. And pretty much always, whenever we have seen this this setup, we have seen people trying to use the lightning spell on that. We have seen trying to use like the blimp, Skelly Donut. You cannot get through this part of the base with anything like regular, except maybe Electro Dragon, E-Dragon spam. But otherwise, it is just so hard to get through this part of the base with any true combination that you're forced to use something like a blimp or Skelly Donut entry, which works around this Rage Tower. And just this classic box base setup, which is nowadays becoming so popular, is making attacking like a true nightmare. I feel like as soon as this setup is getting more and more popular, more and more people are copying bases, especially after this weekend. It is going to be really hard to overcome, and congratulations for Empire Gaming winning this match right here. Perfect defense. This is even on turn of 15, quite impressive. And yeah, Chessmac Gaming on the other side really need for the third match then step things up. Overall 10 to 11 low scoring match, but Empire Gaming getting the win.
Yeah, we'll see on the next screen the percentages here as it pops up. But look at that. We had a hot triple from Azus. 95, 99, 97. This could have easily been a 14-star war if you think about it for Empire. Just those small percentages that didn't go their way, but we had Chasmat Gaming with all 2 stars, so very low scoring war for them. Really strong defensive showcase for Empire Gaming. Well, I'm going to take a look at the other scores around the matches. We have 12-12 for Chasmec EA versus X-Team Esports, and X-Team wins on percentage. 12-12 defeats Chasmec EA. We have Strut. Wow. Strut with a victory 12-9 against EM Esports. We have Keko with a 1-star. He came in with a 1-star, unfortunately, and then all 2 stars. We had Philip and Rigators only with the triples. And then Clash Champs versus Bedzinger, 12-12. And Clash Champs was victorious on percentage. So Bedzinger do take a loss right there. So, wow, we are now seeing some 1-stars. And again, low scoring wars and even a 9-star war, as we saw. Wow.
It is crazy, but I think we should jump quickly into our replay, because the next match coming up is going to be your all-time favorite. Queen Walkers, now known as Na'Vi, so cannot wait for that. But we want to really showcase a man who is challenging one of the Na'Vi player stars in Legends with his Blizzard ladder, and he's bringing this heat now into this match as well. starting things off with a couple of loons to taking down the cannon to really be able to send in a slammer onto the bomb tower. This bomb tower completely exposed, meaning you cannot really land with super wizards onto a bomb tower. The death damage of a bomb tower will take down your super wizards right away. And with that being said, what he does is he's taking down the bomb tower with his slammer, making sure this trap is completely avoided. Since there were no traps around this bomb tower and Chasmate Gaming obviously didn't expect this entry, he can take down the town hall, and something even more important with flying in further is luring out the clan castle. Being able to lure out your defensive clan castle as the attacker can be such a big game changer, because now he can just take down those ice golems without any damage on his queen. Being able to chill, just take down the defensive clan castle troops, and making sure that, well, now he can unleash his power, his heroes, into the base. And I want to say into the core of the base, because he is having overall 3 wall breakers in his army composition. First one for the first layer, second one for the second layer, and then the third one to get right into the core, right into the heart of this base, which is really close by to the Monolith. And this is kind of where you can see the difference between the top players, like the skill ceiling which they have and can like bring into those attacks, for example into a strategy like Blizzard Lalo. And what he is able to do with his heroes is just incredible. Making sure that he's pathing his queen into the multi-inferno tower compartment to then wall break barely into the next layer, using his royal champion again then with a wizard to funnel this queen into this compartment. He has still a couple of invisibility spells left from the blizzard because he did not waste them. As soon as he got the value he was coming for, he just stopped using them and just let the super wizards go down, using them now for the queen, keeping them alive. And with that being said, take a look at that. Just the overkill on this on the back end as we speed through the rest of the attack. In my opinion, it wasn't the smartest to swag the haste, as time can be always a deciding factor. It's maybe unlikely, but he has enough swag spells anyways for this attack to finish. So really good job by him getting the only 3-star in this match, and that's what he is doing best, and especially in style with having so many swag spells. So really great attack, and what a crazy showing right here. But it was the only 3-star of that match.
Yeah, incredible job, as we are now going to have the next match that's going to be coming up, which is going to be the final match for today. We've got Navi, who just recently got signed by Navi, which was the World Champions Queen Walker. So some of you that are just tuning into the competitive scene may not know, be like, who is Navi? Well, you know, Queen Walkers, they got signed by them. So it's going to be absolutely incredible to see this match between Blind Esports coming in. And I'm curious to see, well, will the Queen Walkers would Navi be able to continue kind of the hot streak that they were off from last year, right? Really dominating and putting on a beautiful performance. But we're starting it off with Kazuma. We're going to be coming in with the very first attack, and Kazuma's coming in with a Queen Charge Lalo, and we've got some rage spells that are going to be coming in.
Yeah, a lot of rage spells right there for his Queen Charge, and the Golem there as well. Overall, we had a couple of roster changes from the Queen Walkers roster from last year, where we are adding, or they added, but now to their roster, because Yuta, their team captain, retired. The new team captain is Gaku. And, well, let's see if they can show off in their first big tournament with their new sponsor, Navi. And we have now the Queen Charge from Kazuma, what he's known for, and especially what I like the most is the lock launcher Queen Charges. I remember on Tournament 14 that he was one of the players I enjoyed watching the most with those crazy Queen Charges. So let's see if he can still do that on Tournament 15.
Yeah, with that queen that's going to make her way through, we've got the Earthquake, which helps damage all of these walls to open up quicker, but also that multi-target Inferno, so the logs take it down faster. As we're going to see with this queen charging away into grabbing the poison spell, as Rocket Moons and the Ice Golems are coming out of the defensive CC.
That's right, the Ice Golems inside that poison. They're not doing too much. One Ice Golem is trying to escape, but I don't think it's going to get that far with the Queen now charging that entire core. But we have even the Invisibility Tower getting triggered early by the lock launcher. The question now, though, is we see it reloading. We see it slowly coming up again. He needs to speed up, otherwise that Invisibility Tower is back up. And we see the Sperry coming back up, and I think he's going to be too late.
Uh-oh, that Queen pops her ability, making her way. Can she stay alive? The Warden Eternal Toe protecting the balloons. Over the Town Hall! No! Wow. Oh, wow.
All planned? Going down? Okay, all good. Town Hall going down. And this is why those attacks are a lot of times quite risky. And if you're trying to like copy them and try to play them as well on your own, you might have a couple of 1-stars in the beginning. You really need to make sure that you're mastering those. So being able to save this is already quite strong, but it's only going to be a high percentage. But we have seen in this last match, Carbon, how important it can be to get those high percentage attacks in, because on turn of 15, that can be the game changer.
Yeah, that is how unfortunate. Look at that. The Queen going down. She could have reached the scatter shot. Could have grabbed the enemy RC that would have been reaching, but Kazuma, what a great effort here as the minions, the lava pups, trying to clear that, getting a little bit more percentage, but not gonna get the 3-star.
Yeah, falling short just a little bit, but it's already good percentage. The question now, though, is for Blind Esports, they need to make it better. But let's quickly jump into the group stage, as we had not too much time in between the last couple of matches. We have the first couple of attacks in. We have Navi still undefeated in Group 1. They have now the second match. X Team Esports, 1 win, 1 loss. Chessmate game with 1 loss as well over there. Tribe Gaming have only played 1 match. They're going to play 2 matches tomorrow. And overall, a lot of surprises, and so far I don't see a single 2-0 team.
Wow. Well, yeah, because it looks like teams haven't played back to, well, some are 1-1. Like Strut ended up losing again, that 1 loss to Tribe. But here we go. Now Sam coming in with the E-Dragons, 7 E-Dragons here from Blind Esports, as we're seeing the air defense going down. And then once the air defense goes down, you could limp into it to help take that down. If we have some more balloon, okay, or the E-Dragons, they could just make their way in. Get ready for that Grand Warden, and usually early Warden ability.
Yep, that's right. Let's see how good this is going to work. I have to say I'm not the biggest fan anymore of those spam E-Dragon attacks, especially with an invisibility tower behind the Town Hall.
Oh, man.
But I have seen recently again from Nikita those surgical E-Dragon attacks, which are getting used so much in Higher Legend at the moment. They're so impressive to watch. I have seen a lot of attacks with him like swagging the Royal Champ and everything. But those spam E-Dragons, especially like this, it feels like they're just without too much control, just flying randomly into the base. And right now, I'm not sure if he's controlling them too much. Royal Champ into the core. Client cast already was slewed out. Oof.
That really hurt. A lot of the E-Dragons ran all the way to that right side, unfortunately. Now he does rage up his Royal Champion into the core, makes her invisible through the enemy RC to help try to get all that value, as his Queen no longer has the ability, has the freeze. Drops the freeze now, trying to get this RC to get all this value, but the Dicky does die. Gonna burn her ability, and that's really all he's going to be able to get. So he's getting a lot more percentage than I kind of thought he was going to. The King is dead. Look at the King. Had no Phoenix or a Frosty or anything like that, but great try from Sam here. Going to be falling short with the E-Dragons, but keeping it in the 90s, staying close here with Navi. But 3 stars is what you're going to need to get in a match like this.
Yes, that's right. 4% less overall compared to the first deck of Navi, and we're going to wait if the first 3 stars is going to happen in this match, but we have other matches happening at the same time. Did they start already, though? Because I feel like this match happened a bit earlier, right?
Yeah, we got a couple attacks from the other matches. So first up for Tribe Gaming, Nebrex got a triple. So keeping the 3 stars coming in, Tribe looking really strong right there. We have Tryhard coming in with his team for Esports, ETX Esports, and we've got 2 stars right there. So he did not get the triple for Tryhard, falling short. And then for Chasmac GS, we have Ren getting a 91% 2-star there. So a couple attacks coming in across the board, but Tribe continuing their really strong performance, as this is currently the last match for today, as we will then have 3 more matches tomorrow, and then the playoffs start the next weekend to find out who's going to be winning $10,000 for first place, but it's $30,000 overall for the whole prize pool. It's just absolutely wild. Love to see it. And this is just the warm-ups. There's no golden ticket here. This is just the warm-ups to kind of get you ready for the year of 2023, for the Clash of Clans kind of esports. I love it. Cannot wait for the whole rest of this year.
Yeah, especially, I mean, with the Town Hall 15 still being somewhat new, it's the first year with Town Hall 15 in this competitive scene. So seeing it evolve and everything, and seeing how it's going to change the meta, going to change the approaches. And we have already seen a lot of changes with like the results for sure, but we're seeing the next attack as well. And that is going to be a surprising Queen Charge Dragon and Battle Dragon combination with regular wall breakers and a recall spell. I love it. I'm using the recall spell a lot as well, just because it's such a fun spell. I wouldn't call it one of the strongest spells, but it's a fun spell for sure.
I would say it's one of the most unique spells, right? Being able to pull your troops back and then put them somewhere different in the base. I would never have thought it would be coming into Clash of Clans, but you know, I love to see just how this allows you to be very creative as well, and that's what I love. But look at this. Gaku takes out the Town Hall and then recalls the Queen and pulls all the healers with her. So the King now is going to be used off to the left as the Town Hall is gone. The Queen's going to try to funnel, maybe try to push this Queen into the Eagle, and then in between where the Flame Flinger is, and now the Heroes sends the Dragons on through.
I kind of have to laugh a little bit, because I just figure out this spell is perfect to kind of troll the Observer, because you can recall your Queen and place her anywhere, and the Observer has to kind of like look for her a little bit. So I feel kind of sorry for that, but either way, we have now the Queen closing in onto the Eagle at the top side. We have the bottom Flame Flinger opening and everything now pushing into this Monolith right there, with the Warden ability just used to protect his troops versus the defending Clan Castle troops.
So notice these Inferno Dragons, they're in the core. They can absolutely crush through, let's say, storages or very high HP buildings, while the Dragons can go for everything else and help with the splashes. The Queen's ability goes off, the Eagle's gone, so he doesn't have to worry about that. But look at this, he even still has his RC. Gaku, you have a Royal Champion to use. Are you even going to use her?
Yeah, he's using her right in the middle. I think he waited for the Clan Castle to go down. I think not the entire Clan Castle troops came out. There's always the thing when you're doing an air attack and using ground heroes close by. But with that Royal Champion closing in and having another invisibility spell right on the back, this is looking really, really good. And I love it how he's using the new spell on Town Hall 15 and Royal Champion ability. I don't think it should be a time issue, right? Oh my! That invisible barbarian! Are you kidding me? At the same time, though, I mean, it's going to be 3-star anyways, but like, in theory, wouldn't it have been better to have the Royal Champ go to the bottom side and start the cleanup from over there, so keep the cannon alive? I mean, it's obviously just maybe would have been a difference of a couple of seconds, but either way, great 3-star from Gaku.
Brilliant attack. That was so well executed, with the Queen grabbing the Town Hall, setting up the funnel on one side with that Flame Flinger, and then setting her on the complete opposite side to get that value. Just can't wait to see the rest of the attacks from these players. But again, let's take a look at, I'm going to take a look at some of the scores across the matches. Oh, we have Obey Esports that's going up against Tribe. They got the triple. They answered them, so they got a 3-star. Oh no, we've got a 1-star alert. 1 star has come in from Amu Allen of Esports, unfortunately, with a 1-star. 92% there for Amu Allen. Oh, that's going to really hurt. They are going up against Inquisition right there. And then for the Chasming GS and Yarka, we have now 2 stars apiece. But we have Morio with a 99% 2-star, unfortunately. But now we're seeing we have Titan coming in with the Zap. Lightning taking out the Poison, the Multi. But then he's coming in with the Lalo and a couple Ice Hounds here.
Ice Hounds are... Wait. For a match like this, one quick question. Would you use power potions? Or is it just me who are seeing non-max minions and a non-max golem? I mean, you could buy quite a few power potions for the possible prize pool, so... what?
I mean, does he have any raid mails? He can easily get himself some of the... I don't even, there's got to be a way to acquire some power potions, at least get yourself a maxed up army here. You never know, every single bit of health can make a difference.
Now we have the lock launcher trying to open this base. We have as well, depending on how far this lock launcher can get, the locks making sure that it's going to activate the invisibility tower, which then would mean a Lalo into the town hall would be way more easy. And there we go. Invisibility tower is activated. Now we need to make sure that he's starting with a Lalo really soon to really make sure that this invisibility tower is not going to reload. And there we go, exactly as we have said. The Ice Hound trying to get pushed over the town hall, as we have seen many times on Town Hall 14 back then, to really search for maybe a tornado trap or something. Donado is slowly pushing into that town hall with the Queen still alive and taking down the Monolith.
That Queen with no healer still going, as we're finally so patient here, setting in that last Ice Hound to go straight into this air defense towards the enemy Queen. Headhunter unfortunately dies, but this Tesla farm over the enemy Queen with a tornado trap here is gonna be devastating as he's trying to now make his way around. Oh no.
Trying to somehow close in, but the Loons are getting taken care of that scatter shot. And with that, we see minions trying to go for percentage, but with Navi already getting the first 3-star on the board, we have to see at least one 3-star of Blind Esports to tie that up. And I mean, Navi is known for typically getting more than one 3-star, so let's see what they're bringing up next. But Blind Esports really needs to get first higher percentage and hopefully some 3-stars to stay competitive towards Navi.
Yeah, great effort there. Putting up the percentage, about 87, 88, a little bit more, but it's not going to be enough here for this attack. But there's plenty of tech still to come. Anything can happen at Town Hall 15, and any 1-stars can creep in, can really swing the result of the matches. But let's see, is there any crazy stuff going on other than that 1-star that I saw from Amualet? Oh no, Tribe Gaming. Guess what Rikira's got? Just guess
99.
what he got. He got
Did
98.
he get another 99?
He got a
98.
He got a 98% 2-star. Rikira is trying his hardest yet to get the 3-star, coming so close. He got a 99 in the first one, then a 98. Oh man, great effort there. But yeah, it's gonna be, the scores are slowly trickling in across the board. Remember, this is the group stages here, and if you lose, you're not out of it, but it definitely severely hurts your chances of advancing to the playoff stage, which is next weekend.
That's right. So we can see the pattern of what Rikira is going for, right? So
yep.
We see slowly everything evolving. But yeah, next attack now is from Navi, and we are in with Banal going in with this. I mean, this is his signature attack, right? Still from Town of 14, still like from all of the different town level from before. Queen Charge Lalo, so I cannot wait to see what he's coming up with. So far, the Blimp selected, but maybe he's going to change that. It seems like no, he's going to Yeti Blimp that, Inferno Tower and Expo, it seems, to take down the Royal Champ as well. Maybe if he's going to rage it, and yes, he is.
Yeah, with that rage, gonna be able to go to that enemy RC, brilliant. Takes her down quick. Takes out the multi. Takes out the mortar as well, as the Queen is down. And, you know, got that new queen skin there as she's gonna make her way through that Valentine, as she's gonna be trying to take down each one of these buildings as she's gonna charge her way left. And he's got 3 super wall breakers. You know, this is where I'm like, Bruno,
The healer.
he could get the same value with regular wall breakers somehow within super wall breakers, you know?
But there's one healer already down. He placed the healer into the into the arch tower, and we know how hard queen charges are already.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, come on. We want to make this a little bit harder I want to make this a bit harder for myself with like just losing a healer early on. And now the question is, can he push back his queen, because he wants to charge into that monolith, it seems like, right away. Can he do that? Is the queen going to backtrack or not? Yes, she is. He has another wall break to play. There we go.
Oh, wow. And look at that. He stayed patient. Didn't need to use any extra spells for this queen through that monolith. Like, it's just so impressive. He has one more wall break. Don't tell me, Bernal, you are going to wall break this queen into this eagle. If this wall... Oh, my goodness. Look at the wall break. It goes all the way across.
What is that? He can reach both scatter shots from that. He has to be careful. Like, double rage subs. Take a look at the damage. Double rage sub scatters. Yeah. That is dangerous. But just the value he can get is incredible right there. He has both sweepers pointing away from the town hall, which means this Lalo should be quite easy, I want to say. At the same time, it's still Lalo, so nothing is really easy. But he's just keep freezing those defenses around the town. He can rage things up, and this is just looking incredible.
Look at this. With that rage aboard the town hall, we've got the warden ability protecting everything, the defensive poison going off, but that queen is somehow still alive, moving through this because he was able to protect her, not have to worry about the queen getting hit by all the buildings after through ability, through the invisibility, and just the incredible wall breaking, knowing that, you know what? Hey, I could charge this queen through that whole base, no problem. And Bernal, what an impressive attack, and that is why he's now part of this incredibly strong roster from Na'Vi.
Yeah, that's right. At the same time, though, I feel like they will, if they have not already solved the issue with like different time zones. I mean, they're having different languages, right? So that might be a barrier as well. So seeing how that is going to develop, if there's going to be any issue at all anyways for them, maybe they just don't, it just does not matter, because all of them like are really, really good at Legends. And I feel like nowadays on Clash of Clans, yes, it always has been a strategy game where you're going to adapt to whatever the base brings, but I feel like a lot of those high legend players are they just became so good at one-tricking specific strategies that they can just use this always onto a base. And I feel like with legends always being just 30 seconds of planning, those quick matches, I mean, those players don't have a 24-hour match time to plan out their attacks and everything, so it's way more hectic. So this is a huge advantage overall, and I love what I'm seeing. It's Queen Charge Hybrid, still one of my favorites. So let's see how good this is going to work out, because this base looks interesting. Not a box base, instead it's a diamond-shaped base.
Yeah, with this town hall towards the right in this. The Grand Warden. Oh no! Queen ability!
Oof.
No. That queen ability being forced early is going to really hurt here. Oh boy. Oh, but double seeking air mines for that one balloon. Wow.
Yeah, but charging into 2 ground expos and to Monolith, not having the queen ability anymore, letting that. Oh, actually, this is not too bad. Letting the spell tower to go off, but now the question is, are the healers in range? Are the healers? Yes, they are, but it shouldn't matter too much. Hybrid is starting. And now the thing is, if there are no spring traps against the hybrid... Oh wait, the queen...
Dead.
Never mind. I tried to hype up the hybrid, okay? I tried to hype it up, but it was not possible. The queen did go down too early.
Yeah, that queen's ability was critical. He needed that ability through that portion of the attack as she's going down, as the hybrid is now going to pop the ability to go through the scatter shot, continue its way towards this multi-target inferno into the core. As his RC, look at the healers. Our healers transferred. to his RC. Now she's getting stuck onto the Lava Hound here.
Somehow this Monolith has to go down. It has dealt already so much damage. Sometimes I would love to see a statistic or something of specific defenses on how much damage this defense dealt in the attack. Wouldn't that be cool? Just seeing, okay, the Monolith has dealt 10k damage or something in this specific attack. That would have been so cool to know, and especially maybe highlight specific defenses, because this Monolith just refused to go down and kept shooting troops left and right.
Yep, that stat, like behind the scenes, that would be really cool. You know how like you can kind of get like a spectator view or like special analysis behind the scenes? That would be really awesome to have as a viewer, you know, that as a, even maybe you could break down your own attacks, like certain bases can defend better with the Monolith or scatter shots or even the defensive rage like we've been talking about before. But this is going to be a low percent. 74 is going to really hurt your chances, especially if you're not going to be getting your 3 stars against a team like Na'Vi.
Why is he not placing the archers at the bottom side? I mean, the army camp has to be out of range of the... whatever. It would have been just a couple of percentages, maybe not the not end of the world, but either way, it's not going to be the highest percentage for Blind Esports on this one. Now it's back to Na'Vi. We have seen already quite a few queen charges, which is surprising. Do you think if some teams are really showing a lot of queen charges, that at some point we might see a couple of defensive super miners getting thrown into the mix? Because the damage of the bomb, of the super ability of the super miner can be kind of devastating. I have seen many queens going down through her ability because you can't really avoid it. I mean, versus defenses, you can turn your queen invisible. Try to turn your queen invisible versus a bomb going off from super miners. This is not how it works. So it can be maybe tricky. Let's see.
Yeah, it definitely can be. I would be curious. I really want to see some super miners, not only on offense, but also the defensive CC we have not seen yet as well. We'll take a look at some scores. We have all 2 stars from Inquisition. Cynthia did just get a 3-star for ET Exports there. Let's go and see Tribe. We have Yo-Yo adding a triple for them there. That is looking good.
Damn,
but Obey has 2 triples on their side. But here we go. We have stars coming in for Na'Vi, and he's got himself the Blizzard Lalo. So he'll bring in the Blizzard in.
Okay, freezing. The Queen and the Scatter early. The Blimp is looking already really good. And we know, as we have said earlier, Stars and Jesus from EG are just non-stop battling for this first seed, both with Blizzard Lalo. Like, they're just so good at this strategy. It's kind of getting crazy. So let's see what Stars can show us in this match.
Now, with that value that he was able to get, very nice so far, as he could drop this queen to the right. So the problem is, though, the Archer Tower. That Archer Tower is doing quite a bit onto his queen, and she's going to get stalled up through 3 ice golems, as he wants his queen to eventually walk in, probably with a king. Needs to protect her, because there's no way she can solo to get to that town hall.
Yeah, the king has to be added for wait.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, I never want to doubt Stars. He for sure knows what he's doing, but isn't that going to be... Okay, there's the invisibility spell.
Oh, the Archer Tower stays up. Baby Dragon didn't take that down. Now dropping the balloon, but the queen is just slowly getting healed back up. The Archer Tower still doesn't go down. Oh no, ability was forced. Uh-oh. That's the problem.
I'm not sure. It felt quite greedy to not... I mean, take a look at what he's getting. I mean, half of the base, it feels like, is already gone. But he has a couple of freezes left, which he can use. He can non-stop freeze the town hall and the expo. What? He's already starting with the Lado. Stars.
Wow.
Come to... I mean...
What?
Freezing the town hall.
He does get it. Are you serious? His queen soul gets the town hall with a few spells through assistance, as the Warden ability can go off. Protect the Hound, protect the Headhunters, all through this attack. Are you serious?
This is crazy, but he's having to somehow clutch this. I mean, the scatter shot is staying alive for now at least. The poison tower, remember, it's back, reloading the next spell, so that might be a problem. Loons are coming in from every single angle, but still, this needs to go through. We say, oh no, the poison tower. You see the spell coming back up. Oh no. Is it going to be in time?
Uh-oh. Oh,
Red mines?
Look at this. The single. Go down, and it's barely hanging on. Wow, it goes down. And he gets it. Stars, what an attack, the queen. How did you get that, Town Hall? I just have no clue. The freezes perfectly keeping her alive.
Yeah, it's just crazy. The multitasking which some of those players are like bringing to the table is so impressive. And at the same time, they make it look so easy. This is always what feels to me so impressive. It is really cool to watch, but we have a lot of other matches to watch as well. Like,
we do.
What are the scores looking like?
Okay, we're taking a look at the other scores. Tribe Gaming versus Obey is currently 8-8 right now. 2 triples apiece and a 2-star. It's exactly tied, like 100% tied, because both of them that got fails got 98% there, but we're not waiting around. We're going straight into the next attack here as we've got another Blizzard Lalo. This is a war of Blizzard Lalos. Quite a bit here.
Yeah, Blizzard Lalo is just so strong in the right hands. We have the invisibility spell going off the invisibility tower with the Super Wizards taking defenses out left and right. And always remember, Super Wizards don't like the combination of a giant bomb and a small bomb, because this is not what they're going to survive. So the queen is getting used to close into that town hall with the invisibility spell, trying to reload in time. I think it would take a bit too much.
With this queen gonna grab the town hall, but the invisibility is coming. It's going. Look at it. It's gonna be back. Oh no, Pop's queen ability. Is it enough? No. Uh-oh. Oh no. Wow.
And he used the Royal Champ now already, which means he now needs to sound play the Lalo into the town hall. I mean, there's no other way.
Yeah.
And the next invisibility tower spell is reloading again.
Don't do
oh
it.
no. He needs to start with the Lalo. What is he waiting for? What?
Oh! What? Okay, sending some Lalo without the Warden over there. He's gonna send Lalo with the Warden over the town hall, right? Yeah, okay. There he goes. He's gonna.
But the spell is back up.
Yep. So he's gonna freeze. Oh my. Oh no. Oh. That's all it takes. Not getting that value really hurts. He needed that town hall down from his queen so he could Lalo over to the left, but still there was a ton left in this base. Wow.
But this is exactly what you have seen from Stars. I feel like with the spell towers now, you really need to have a certain pace with your attacks. Really need to make sure that you keep moving. As soon as you're able to do two things at the same time, or even 3 things if you're Stars, then do it as soon as you can, because those spell towers, as soon as they're triggered, they are going to reload, and you really want to make sure that you're taking them out as quickly as possible. And I feel like on this one, yes, things are going wrong in the first place, but then you need to be, especially with your team on voice, be way quicker to adapt. Otherwise, those spell towers are going to give you really a lot of trouble. And this is what we have seen over here. And right now, Na'Vi is really pulling ahead in this one.
Man, nice try there, but unfortunately, not getting the value that he wanted. Only going to be about 62% 2-star. And that is going to be very difficult to be trying to make a comeback, as right now 11-8 in the match, as Na'Vi is looking really good. I mean, they only got 1 attack left from Klaus, and even if he gets a 1-star, they still will be victorious, right? No matter what. But let's take a look at the other matches. We've got Kronos now for Tribe Gaming coming in with a 3-star. So that's 3 triples for Tribe. They still have Exorcist to attack for them. We have ET Exports, which is only 1 triple. They've got a 1-star, and the rest are 2-stars. But Inquisition have all 2-stars so far out of 4 attacks. And they have a 98, a 98, and a 95 2-star for Inquisition. So close. And then Chasmac GS has 2 triples right now against Yard Ka, as they only have 1. So they are looking in the lead at the moment. But here we go. Klaus now is in with a Skelly Donut, taking out a Scatter. Clan Castle and, wait, no, not going for the Scatter. There's nothing over there. Just looking for the CC and the single target Inferno.
I was about to say, kind of disappointed that he's not trying to go for it.
Right.
As he would be for sure someone who would be able to pull this off. Using now a Yeti in combination with the Flame Flinker to try to get as much value. Again, remember, this Siege Machine is just incredible in how much value you can get. And the only thing is, this Flame Flinker should not get into range of that Ground Explorer on the top side, trying to go for the Town Hall, and hopefully in a less dramatic way than what we have just seen from Stars.
Yeah, with this King now making his way through, pops that ability, sends the RC into the Scatter Shot and the enemy Royal Champion with a Headhunter assistance. But look at the timing. Oh, just perfect so the Headhunter can slow down that enemy Royal Champion as his Queen is looking to take this Town Hall down.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he's using the Royal Champ now for the Scatter Shot, as the Flame Flinger would have taken it out, right? So now the Flame Flinger is slowly but surely making its way into the Ground Expo. Maybe he's trying to take down the Inferno Tower itself now with some Yetis coming out of the Clan Council, but we will see in just a second as the Siege Machine is going to open. He has already gotten great value with everything he has done so far, and we see a couple of Rocket Loons to snipe that multi-Inferno Tower, and now the Lalo is pushing into this right side and the top side at the same time.
Yeah, with that Grand Warden moving into the top side up at 12, as some balloons are moving in towards that Monolith. He's got the Warden Eternal Tone, protects the Headhunters. And does he protect the Ice Hound? He does, as he's moving his way through towards this Eagle now.
Yeah, the Eagle has to go down right now, locking onto those Loons. Is there any the Sweeper pushed those Loons back into the Eagle shots. The Scatter being pretty much the only defense, but yeah, you said a lot of spells actually.
Oh,
Red Mines!
Oh my, quite a bit. Makes those balloons invisible so they can go to the Scatter, but it's looking good. Klaus getting it done and gonna be putting up a 14-star performance here for Na'Vi. What a great job. Very nice attacking from them, and wow, they are just keeping up what they were doing from last year as the world champions. And that was a fantastic attack, as we will still see one more attack coming in from Blind Esports, but fortunately they are not going to be able to make a comeback in this one. So wow, Na'Vi is putting themselves up at the top of the group stage here.
I feel like someone has forgotten to tell some teams that actually Town Hall 15 exists and it's supposed to be harder than Town Hall 14, right? Like, maybe
I know
there was something lost on the way, but like right now, Na'Vi and Tribe Gaming, like they have not really noticed that there is Town Hall 15 and it's supposed to be harder. They are putting up a show for sure, both teams so far, and I cannot wait to see maybe them facing off at some point. But overall, it's really, really incredible. Are there any more other news about other teams who are maybe close to those two teams offense-wise?
Just as you said that, the score for Exorcist came in, and he got a 3-star, which means that Rikira's again is the only one to fail.
The poor guy.
Tribe Gaming puts up another 14-star performance. Rikira's got a 98 in this match. He got a 99 in the previous match that they played. Oh, how unfortunate. But now Inquisition can actually win with a triple. Mark is the last one to attack for them, so that's going to be close. And then we have Chazmac, GS, and Yarika. Still don't know. That one's a close one, so it's going to be coming down to the final attack there. As now we have the final attack here. Blind Esports Yash is coming in with 37 Hog Riders. Oh, here we go.
You'll love to see it. Okay, raged up Yeti Slammer. The Spring Trap though. Wait, is he going? No, yeah, no. Oh. The Spring Trap really not making his life easy. And he needs to place the poison tower really early because of the Rocket Dunes, right? Wait, the Rocket Dunes are switching their target to the I didn't even know that is a thing. Why are they retargeting? Okay, anyways. The multi-inferno tower though staying up, and the queen now has to go towards the town hall. And we have seen already earlier someone struggling a little bit versus that invisibility tower behind it. So we need to take a closer look at that if this is now going to be a better, somehow solved in a better way.
Yeah, with this queen. Okay, there's the goal. I'm looking at the golem like, wait, that does not look like a maxed out golem. It's not. Look at the golem still. I guess they know they won't win this match and definitely don't use a power potion there. As the queen's going to walk her way down and around to this town hall. You have to be careful. The invisibility spell will make this town hall invisible. As we're using a hog and a few balloons to try to take out the multi-target inferno, which it's not going to work. Yeah, no, that didn't do really anything there, unfortunately. As he's got the queen on the town hall. Yep, there's the freeze and ability.
That's good. Now we have the Hog Rider swarming the base. He's pretty much putting all of them onto one defense, which is surprising. But remember, he has to go into a double rage up scatter. I am scared for those cool little Hog Riders. They will have to somehow power through. Warden ability is here, but the back end scatter is trying its best. There's so many skeletons. The Headhunters are trying to take down the Queen. It has worked. Another freeze to keep that Hog Rider push alive.
There's so many hogs, but the Giant Bomb's going to do so much damage. There's his last heal spell. Has 2 more invisibility spells, which he could utilize for his Royal Champion as she's coming her way through. Okay, there's the invis, so she's going to... No, she's not going to the Monolith, but she is going to get targeted here soon. Does have the ability... few hogs coming around. Ability will go off. Got to get it off before the Monolith kills the RC. Multi-target Inferno goes down. Ooh. That Poison Lizard will help clear some of these skellies, but we only got less than 20 seconds.
Oh. No, it was a really good approach. You have to say it was, at the same time, unlucky or good base bidding by Na'Vi. You can turn it either way. This Spring Trap for this Yeti Slammer really denying him. And the plan overall, I have to say, though, was really good for this one. Unfortunate, but it's a high percentage. Just not enough stars for somehow getting close to Na'Vi. And Na'Vi just unstoppable in this match. Crazy showing.
Congrats to Na'Vi winning this one here in the group stage of the Clash of Clans Worlds Warmup. I'm going to take a look at some other matches that we have going on. Tribe, they won 14-13 in their match against Obey Esports. And we have a tie in terms of stars. ET Exports versus Inquisition was a 10-10 war. Yes, 10-10. And Mark had the final attack. He tied the war up in his attack at a 99% 2-star. The question is, did that win him the war or lose him the war? Mark, well, Inquisition, they are victorious on percentage. 94 to about a 91. So Inquisition get the victory against ET Exports. And then we have Chazmac Gaming GS as they are up 12-9, and Fluxy has the final attack in that one. And Fluxy could win it if he triples. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. So if Fluxy triples, they win that match. And remember, this is the group stages here, as we will still have more matches to come tomorrow, right? It's going to be the exact same time tomorrow that we started, which is going to be 12 UTC. I'm going to keep my eye on Fluxy's attack, so I don't want to go away just yet, so we can kind of bring you the final scores updated. But what did you think of today overall, Itsu, of all these matches that we saw?
I mean, a couple of surprises, but overall, one thing which I like a lot is that we see now. Maybe do I like something which I at least acknowledge is that it seems like there is a huge gap now between of the top teams. Where on Town of 14 was way more possible for like upsets with like more different combinations, let's say like that. But I feel like on Town of 15, the top teams are like really pulling ahead a little bit compared to some of the other really solid teams. I mean, you have to remember all of those teams. They were either in the last World Championship and got invited, or like really high over the last couple of years in the Clash competitive scene. And the other teams just made it on the Open Qualifiers to get to this stage. So all of those teams deserve to be here. So they are at the top of the level, but still on this high level, there's still quite big differences, in my opinion, about defense, offense between different teams. And I feel like this is really showing with some teams pulling ahead. And this is, I think, quite good for the scene overall to see that you can really now have impact on the defense and a lot of impact with like getting creative and being good on offense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be really interesting to see as this year progresses. But like you mentioned, those top teams, it's just going to be even harder to take them down because they're so good at the Town Hall 15 meta. And we do have an update. Fluxy got a 2-star. He fell short 84% 2-star, which means that they lost their war to Chasmac GS. And if we could bring up maybe if we have the image for the group stages standings, we might be able to bring that up. If we don't, then we still have a lot more matches to come, which is going to be tomorrow. We're going to have 3 matches that are coming tomorrow as well. So it's just been an absolutely incredible day between all these teams. And I was just impressed from not only the Tribe Gaming, but also Navi of their performances, right? 14 stars. I guess Rikiras is the only one that needs to step up his game for Tribe, as he's the one that failed in both of those attacks. But no, Rikiras, one of the best players in the world. Still insane stuff. But here we go. We got the group stage now with how the teams are currently standing it to.
Yeah, we have just trying to understand the stats with the stars. But
I don't know
we have 8 points. At least we have like Navi and Tribe and Chasmac GS all with like 2 wins. We have Chasmac Gaming on the bottom side with like 1 win and 1 loss each. Overall, you need to get into the top 2 to get to the next stage, which is then the playoff stage. So the matches tomorrow will be quite important. And especially for tiebreakers, the stars and percentage might be important later on. But so far, we can really see. I mean, let's just go through the groups quickly with like who the favorites are. I mean, in Group 1 and Group 2, it looks quite obvious from in the first place, right? Like Navi as number 1. Number 2 might be still open. With like X team so far having 1 win, 1 loss, but the other teams have not played that many games, it looks like. On the other one, Tribe Gaming and Strat look really good as well. What do you think about Group 3 and 4?
Yeah, Group 3 and 4, that's going to be really tough there. Empire Gaming, they're coming there. They've only played the 1 match, and Chasmac Gaming has played 2 so far with a loss. But that's very surprising. We got 2 losses for ET Esports there, which ET Esports is just recently new signed, who was MS Esports before. So those that are wondering what team that is, so they got players like Cynthia, Triard, Amualan, Kingsman, Arium, and whatnot. And we've got Group 4, which I was going to say is the hardest one that for me to kind of predict. We have Chasmac Gaming GS, who were part of the last year's World Championship as GS, and they're 2-0, so really strong start for them. So it could be anyone's match in those 2 groups, really. But it's hard to pick. At the moment, I'm most surprised about ET Exports there right now at being 0-2. What about you?
Yeah, I would agree 100%. I mean, we can see as well the stars and everything are like not 100% structured just yet because the they need to be filled up manually. So overall, it looks like, if I understand the stars and everything correctly, Group 1 and Group 2 look really strong, just like stats-wise. They look a bit stronger maybe than Group 3 and 4. So let's see how that's going to change then over the next days and then getting into the next weekends into the playoff stage where we have the top 2 teams getting further and being able to have then the next bracket setting up and, well, getting closer to the prize money.
Yeah, like $30,000 prize pool. First place taking home $10,000. What a way to start off 2023. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this stream here today of these matches, as we will be bringing you guys 3 more matches tomorrow starting at 12 UTC. You guys do not want to miss that. Any final words, Itsu, before we sign off?
I'm just super excited for this new season of Clash Esports, and as well with round 15 so far. It was quite refreshing, I want to say, like not really seeing non-stop 3 stars. Like it's a huge mix. It can be a quite low percentage, can be a smashing 3 star as we have seen a couple of times today, but as well 1 stars can happen as well. So really refreshing meta, and I cannot wait for getting into the action tomorrow.
Yeah, you guys do not want to miss that. Again, it's going to be at 12 UTC. But that's going to be it from us here today. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Till then, clash on.